Live at Coletco for tonight's Tuesday Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. And we're going to get started in just a moment. I've seen what we had in our first crate of stuff here. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get it shared. And, wow, Carlene beat Craig. I told Craig 5 minutes, and I think I went live immediately. So, let's go here to here. Alright, so tonight we've got new vinyl. Tanner is wheeling up 3 of the other vintage bins. I've got a bin of check condition. We're going to go through 3 crates of new vinyl, and then we're probably going to go through vintage, and then we're going to go through some new vinyl that's, I've been wanting to do. I think it's heavily requested, which is going through some stuff that's in ABC order. We have a lot of titles. The other night, I think Saturday night, I pulled 2 crates of stuff just from our backstock bins, and we sold almost all of it because a lot of stuff that y'all hadn't seen in a long time or perhaps ever. So that's what we're about to do. I'm going to go ahead and get it shared. Here's what it looks like on the Facebook feed. If you hit that arrow right there that says share, that's one of the most important things you can do for us tonight. Some people don't do it. They refuse to do it. They'll never do it. Some of y'all do it every night. It's helpful if you haven't never done it. If you do it just once for us, it can really help me out. It can really help out Coletco. So let me share it in one more group. So let me see what I've got in my energy drink department. Did I have another one of those strawberry ones? I'm not for sure. What do we have here? Ultraviolet? I guess I'll try it. That strawberry that Chris DeMoss brought was pretty good. I'll try strawberry or violet. Maybe it tastes like grape soda. I haven't had grape soda in a long time because I realized as I got older how much sugar was in those things. And a guy like me can't have a lot of sugar. I had a Subway cookie earlier and it made me feel almost terrible. So yeah, we're shared there. Let me go share it on Instagram as well. I'm not for sure which picture I'll use, but we're also streaming on YouTube in case you didn't know that. So, tastes just like grape. Okay, cool. So that's good. All right. Let me turn down the volume before I start sharing. I accidentally click on myself and yeah, let me go to Instagram now. So I tried something earlier. I need to do this more with our releases, just so in case a lot of people may be watching right now who don't get to watch a lot of our shows. Let me use this as our story. Use this picture I used the other day. So I tried something last night. We do have a website, shopcoletco.com. I have no products on there. I have 0 products on there, and the reason is because, we sell everything so fast. If we get in a killer collection, we're going to show it here on Facebook, but as new vinyl grows and I start to order these huge quantities of records, I tried something last night with cherry pie. A lot of y'all get to watch all week. Sometimes we have these titles where it may be the only thing you want to buy, especially if you're kind of a new customer right now. I encourage you to watch our live sales, but I listed that on our website last night. We had like 4 or 5 new people buy it immediately. People I don't know. They were Facebook followers probably for no telling how long, and they got on. They clicked that link and they just went ahead and bought one. So that's another aspect of some things that I might do. I need to get all of our Rush albums on our website. I need to get all of our warrants. I mean, we have Cherry Pie now. We have Dog Eat Dog, and those are very, highly requested. People ask for them every day almost. So, but yeah, tonight we got some great stuff. I got 4 bins of vintage from the collections we bought yesterday. We're going to go through 3 bins of new vinyl very quickly, 3 bins of vintage very quickly, fast pace as usual, just like last night. We're going to be running Japanese auctions. That's the last thing I got to go get. Got to go get hopefully Seth came by here today. He was supposed to. He said, go through old stuff if I don't have any new price. And I said, no, no, no. There's always new. We need new Japanese stuff every night. Which, let's see here. Yeah, we've got in good with a couple of distributors where we're able to get some really good allocations for music on vinyl stuff. So very fortunate. Let me go get our Japanese stuff. Give me 1 second. All right, well, let's at least get the party started. I've got a crate here. We'll at least get the party started with these. So, all right. Let's see what's in this crate here. I'll go ahead and go through it and get it off the table. And if you haven't already, please share. So, yeah. Let me open this up. Let's see what this tastes like. No Sprite tonight. I realized I started looking at the content of those. I was like, man. Fly by night away from here. Change my life again. Fly by night. Goodbye, my dear. What amazing lyrics, right? That's okay. That's not as good as the strawberry I had last night. Chris DeMoss, this is good, but it's not as good as the strawberry you brought me last night. I'm going to drink it, though. I'm going to need it. All right. Here we go. Japanese. I plan on going to Japan soon. I've been looking at, I think I've told you, I've been looking at plane tickets and plans for a long time, so you know, I've just never been out of the country and very new to me. So, but yeah, and then I need to go to Holland and visit our friends at Music on Vinyl. That'd be a cool trip too. Maybe tell them, hey, I'm coming over. Can y'all treat me with some hospitality over there in the Netherlands? Okay, we have the Cult Love, $31.99. The Cult Love, I think I showed those 20 times last night. Just going back through some stuff one more time to get the show started. Great White, Recover. That's on red and white split-colored vinyl. $31.99 on Great White. Kiss Alive. Kiss Alive is $49.99. That's a 2014 remaster. Kiss Alive. I think I posted some of these. In the group in a flip video, and I've already sold some. I probably need to pull some duplicates out. But nevertheless, there's Kiss Destroyer, $36.99. If you need a copy of Kiss Destroyer, $36.99. Detroit Rock City. Pink Floyd, The Division Bell is $49.99. We have a Taylor Swift Evermore. That's on green vinyl. Taylor Swift Evermore is on green vinyl. And the other album we have by Taylor is Folklore, $31.99. Wow, parental advisory. Taylor must be throwing out some heat. Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger. Soundgarden is $39.99. Bad Motorfinger, Band on the Run, Paul McCartney. You won't see a parental advisory on this. You'll see a recommended label. $36.99, Band on the Run. Kiss Unmasked is $33.99. Kiss Unmasked, $33.99. There's Kiss Unmasked again. We got several of those in stock right now, but they won't be around for long. Paul McCartney, Ram, $36.99. Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey. Cameron Nance, First Sell of the Night. Taylor Swift, Evermore. Yes, I hadn't tagged the flip video stuff, but if you claimed it in there, Eli, I've got you. If you claimed it in the flip video, I got you. I hadn't tagged any of that yet. I posted that when I left early this morning, and I have not confirmed anybody's request, but I'll do that either during the break or after the sale tonight, because I'll post. This will start our flip videos. I'm going to get back this weekend to posting some vintage flip videos, some bit like everything in here is $9.99 kind of crates. That really helps us out. We can sell some bonus records, and it's usually pretty good deals for y'all. And Rush Fly By Night, $39.99. Yeah, I need to go to Holland and meet with the music on vinyl people and give them about 20 ideas that we could all make some money on. It could make y'all happy, it could make me happy, and it could make them money. All right, so that was just a recap, Ben. Let me go through an actual new crate of vinyl. This one, I've only got 3 titles in here. 2 of them are restocks, and one of them is a surprise restock. And I hope I sell out of these. If not, that's okay, because it's a title we haven't had in quite some time. Who can tell what it is? Don't comment, because I think you'll want to buy it. Only comment if you do want to buy it. This is U2 War. U2 War is $31.99. This has been out of stock for quite some time. It's a gatefold. It looks very well made. I think I'm going to keep me a copy. Yeah, New Year's Day. That's $31.99. I haven't had that in quite some time. U2 War, $31.99. I do not have RAM on a half-speed master. No, I do not. No RAM half-speed master. No RAM half-speed master. I just have that remaster that I just showed. Of course, this is our, now, finally, our store stock. But they're available for sale. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon live at Wembley. Yes, Pink Floyd. Still got them. Actually, the box set has turned out to be really hard to get. All of my distributors sold out. Back ordered. Very limited, evidently. Now, could it be like Tool and they're pressing about 10,000 more right now? Probably, but as of right now, the Dark Side of the Moon box sets are all gone, at least through major distributors, so they're all gone. All right, 3 U2s sold. We got one for Joe Valentine, one for Richard Allen, and one for Hendry. This was almost going to be posted in the group as a pre-sale. I may see how many I have left after tonight and do that again, or do that anyway. And then, of course, Leonard Skinner's Street Survivors, which we had several of these the other night, and I posted a waiting list, or we had a waiting list. And this is Street Survivors. I told the funny story about everybody freaking out over the cover because they think it's long out of print. But no, this is a new pressing. This was pressed probably in the last 2 months. And that is $34.99. That's Leonard Skinner Street Survivors. Let's pull one for Cameron Nance. David Tate was the only one on the waiting list. David Tate, you were the only one on the waiting list. That's Leonard Skinner Street Survivors. Joe Valente. Joe, everybody's been getting on to me about it. There's like, that's another last name you've been saying wrong for like 2 years now. Joe, I think I've been saying Valentine. And they're like, it's Valente. And I was like, well, he don't say anything. I guess he's just okay with it. So, all right. So, Joe, I've got you one. I might have to start calling you Joe V. Valente. U2 War. If you just missed that, U2 War. I haven't had that in a while on a new LP. Sunday, Bloody Sunday, New Year's Day. 40, Surrender, 2 Hearts Beat as One. Those are $31.99. We also have Pink Floyd live at Wembley. I've listened to this multiple times now because when we first got it in, I was so excited. I was like, wow, new Pink Floyd. I mean, how often do you get this opportunity? 50 years later to be getting new releases by one of my favorite bands, one of the greatest bands, and so we listened to it a lot. And then I listened to it again in the box set to see if it was any different. It wasn't. The Dark Side of the Moon that's in the box set is a new mix. It's definitely different. I don't know if I like it, but it's definitely different. Peter Policino. Did I pull Sherry Darnell, Leonard Skinner? Sherry Darnell wants a Leonard Skinner. Did I already pull that one? I don't. Okay, there's one for Sherry, and there's one for Peter Policino. I'll go back through those in just a second. We've got a lot of new releases to go through. We got a lot of new releases. Let's go ahead and put up some Japanese auctions. I've got another Leonard Skinner for James Bragg. Yeah, these won't be around long. Jamie Butler wants a Street Survivors and U2. I'm waiting for everybody to hop on. Usually I don't get started till we have like 200 people watching. We're at 155, but I see people hopping back on now. So Wednesday nights are kind of odd. Of course, we've been starting the last 2 weeks at 8 o'clock. So usually the show don't get started till about 8 o'clock on Wednesday. Just because I know a lot of people's in church. A lot of people just Wednesday nights. It's not a lot of people at home, it don't seem like. Jamie Butler. I've got you down for Street Survivors. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing most people. If there's a complaint about the live at Wembley, it's because they've had 50 years to prepare for this and they didn't release the whole show. So, and they say the rest of that show is incredible. If I know Pink Floyd and the way they release stuff, I'm sure it's going to come later in some kind of 3 LP package. You know, they're they're kind of complicated, you know, with all the fighting they do, and you know, their catalog is worth so much money. It's a complex situation, I'm sure. They're always fighting over who gets what. Jamie, I've got you down for a Street Survivors and a U2, right? Yes, Street Survivors and U2. Wednesday's Mandalorian. Yeah, see, that came out, and I watched the first episode, and I was like, oh man, they're not. I'm going to wait for them to all come out. So, all right, Rod Stewart, Footloose and Fancy Free, first Japanese auction. This is near mint and pristine. Rod Stewart, Footloose and Fancy Free. These are all new Japanese releases, titles that I have not put up for auction before. First is Rod Stewart, Footloose and Fancy Free, near mint and pristine. That's a $25 start. $25 start on Rod Stewart, Footloose and Fancy Free. And Boz Scaggs Movements, or Moments. Boz Scaggs Moments, not movements, moments. Near mint, very nice. That's the original sleeve that came with it. You know it's going to be in good shape when it's been stored for 40 years in an anti-static factory. So there's the cover. Really nice Boz Scaggs. That's especially on U.S. pressings. We don't get that one as often, especially as like Silk Degrees or some of his others. So, okay. First bin, check condition. New vintage arrivals. There's some great stuff in here. This is, for, I think, some of the stuff I picked up the day before last. Journey Evolution, EX copy, $17.99. Journey Evolution, that's an EX copy, $17.99. Van Halen, VG Plus, $34.99 for Van Halen self-titled. VG Plus, $34.99. $34.99, Van Halen self-titled. Styx, Kilroy Was Here, that is EX, $17.99. Styx, Kilroy Was Here, $17.99. And Lighthouse, One Fine Morning. Lighthouse is a VG Plus, $14.99. Lighthouse, One Fine Morning. VG Plus, $14.99. Steely Dan's Greatest Hits is EX, $37.99. This should have, yes, this is RL as in Robert Ludwig Mastering. It's on this side. It's on that side. It's weird. I don't think he has it. His marks aren't on every side, but it is on that side and this side. It's on 2 or 4 sides, which I don't know if that's the whole album and it's just stamped on 2 sides or what, but that's kind of the more desirable one if you find the one cut by Robert Ludwig. All right, James C. Jones is first on Styx. James C. Jones first on Styx. Michael Church on Lighthouse. Brandon Jackson, you were second on Styx. Darren Wortman first on Steely Dan. Darren Meyer was second. Looking for $25 starts on Rod Stewart and Boz Scaggs, Japanese pressings. A Night at Studio 54. I haven't had this in a while. This is EX $22.99. Great disco-like compilation. $22.99. A Night at Studio 54. EX copy, $22.99. Fine Young Cannibals is a VG Plus, $19.99. Fine Young Cannibals, VG Plus, $19.99. Elvis Costello, Punch the Clock. That's an EX copy for $19.99. Elvis Costello, Punch the Clock, EX, $19.99. Molly Hatchet. That's Molly Hatchet's self-titled debut album, also EX condition. If you're hearing me say EX, that means it's a really nice copy. Not near mint, but it's nice. Molly Hatchet is EX, $17.99. Kraftwerk, Tour de France, 1983 German pressing, $47.99. Also EX condition. Also EX condition. That's Kraftwerk, Tour de France, EX, $47.99. Joe Valentine is first on Rod Stewart at $25. Troy Robinson on Studio 54. I was waiting for somebody to claim that. Mike Vandergits on Molly Hatchet. And yes, Felix, this is the first bin of vintage. We've went through one bin of new vinyl. Technically new stuff. I recapped a bin from last night. But we do have... actually, I may lay some of these over here in the corner. Let me lay some of these so people can see them, because I'm sure they're going to get asked about. And while I have a bunch of U2s. I only have 2 Leonard Skinnards left. Maybe I need to go get a... Tanner, if you catch a free moment, I need to go get a cherry pie as well, because I don't have any of those in the new arrivals, and we only have about 100 left to sell. So, okay, Joe Valentine on Kraftwerk, or excuse me, on Elvis Costello. Kraftwerk is still available. Spirit, The 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus, VG Plus, $14.99. The 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus, Ryan Anderson on Kraftwerk. Can't go wrong there. Jan Hammer Group, Oh Yeah, VG copy, $12.99. Jan Hammer Group. I finally got that one down. I've been saying Jan for years. No, I haven't put any out. No, I meant to. America Holiday EX copy, $7.99. EX copy, $7.99. Toto self-titled VG Plus, $14.99 for Toto self-titled album. VG Plus, $14.99. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer. VG Plus, $9.99. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer. VG Plus, $9.99. James Bragg, first on America Holiday. Edgar Winter Group, They Only Come Out at Night, featuring Free Ride and one of my favorite instrumentals, Frankenstein. That's a yellow Epic label. That might actually be before the orange, right? So that might be a true first press. Those are, that's a VG Plus $19.99. So yeah, there's a couple big sellers for tonight. Leonard Skinner, Warrant, and U2. I'll show those again later if you're just hopping on. The Who, It's Hard, EX copy, $17.99. The Who, It's Hard, EX copy, $17.99. And Aerosmith, in shrink wrap, the vinyls EX. It looks like it has the original receipt with it too. $22.99. Aerosmith, a Not in the Ruts. Not in the Ruts, Aerosmith. Bob Welch, French Kiss, VG copy, $9.99. Sentimental Lady, VG, $9.99. And what do we have here? Sand, of course. A Sandy Sandwich. Sand is EX, $64.99. That's EX condition, $64.99. James Bragg, first to EW. That was Edgar Winter. It looks like Patrick was second, and Brian C. was first on WE, which may have been for, that might have been for Edgar Winter too. Is that right, Brian C? If so, you were third. Yeah, so Brian C. was third, and Tim Holloway was first on Toto. Toto self-titled. That's sold to Tim Holloway. Okay, Bob Seger, Stranger in Town. That's a VG Plus $22.99. Stranger in Town, VG Plus $22.99. And Led Zeppelin is a VG Plus $44.99. VG Plus $44.99. This is a Phillips press, RI. So this is a 4-digit, and he has RI for reissue. It's an 1841 Broadway, so this isn't a first press, but this is still probably, I'm going to say that has to be still a 69 or 70. I don't know. He didn't put a year, but it's a 4-digit. It has an 1841 Broadway. It's definitely not a Rob Ludwig cut, but it's nice for a copy of Led Zeppelin 2 that's probably around that era. It's a reissue Phillips press, VG Plus $44.99. Josh Ragland, first on Bob Seger. Somebody bid on Rod Stewart. I'm going to go ahead and sell it to him so we can put up some new auctions. These were sold to, who bid 25 on Rod Stewart? Joe Valente. Joe Valente. You get Rod Stewart Footloose and Fancy Free for 25 bucks. If anybody wants Boz Scaggs Movements, it's a first come, first serve. Boz Scaggs Movements. $25 buy it now. That's a near mint, pristine Japanese pressing of Boz Scaggs Movements. That's a $25 buy it now if anyone wants it. That is available. Let's see what's next in the bin. We've got Grease. That's very cool. And we got Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits Volume 2. I think we had Volume 1 last night. We got, yeah, let's do Grease. Grease is going to be a $35 start. I hadn't had one of these in a while. I think we had a U.S. press last night, and I was like, man, we hadn't seen this in a while. And now here's the Japanese press. $35 start. No condition notes on the LPs. They are both near mint and pristine. There's the Japanese flip, Grease. There's the Japanese flip and insert. There's the cover, very nice with Obi, the Grease soundtrack. That's a Japanese pressing. Really cool Obi with that one. $35 start for Grease. $35 start for Grease. There you have it. Next is Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Same thing, $35 start. We had, I don't know if we sold Volume 1 last night, if we still have it. If we have it, if somebody buys this, I'll bring out Volume 1. But there's the LP, near mint and pristine. There's the lyric insert. There's the cover with Obi. It does have a little bit of foxing spots there. Really cool gatefold. A little bit down here too. That's a $35 start on those two. Okay, let me go back up to the top here. John Young does want the Led Zeppelin. That's so did John Young. Need a hot mix. We've got 5 or 6 in the back, but they're all like VG copies. that we got from that Dallas. The guy in Dallas, if y'all saw last night all the Beatles albums we had, he probably had 200 or 300 Led Zeppelin albums. There was like a whole crate of Led Zeppelin 2s. And so when you have that many, you know you're going to get some Robert Logwoods. We had like 6 or 8. So they're all VG copies. I'm going to clean them. I told John just to set them aside. I wanted to clean them all myself, ultrasonically clean them, test play every one of them. So I want to test play them all and like describe anything that's wrong with them. You know, because the last one I had up, we sold it, but I really didn't get to explain it too well. I may even take some videos because people are very picky about those. ELO, especially if you're going to spend $200, $300, $400, $500 on one. Electric Light Orchestra. Electric Light Orchestra. We sold this record last night. I usually just say ELO for that reason. EX 1799, a new world record. ELO. Styx Cornerstone. Styx Cornerstone is a VG Plus 1499. Kingfish Trident. Kingfish is EX 1999. Rare Bird. This is Epic Forest. Rare Bird. Epic Forest in shrink wrap. VG Plus vinyl 1499. The Birds Younger Than Yesterday. The Birds is a VG Plus 1499. VG Plus 1499. That's the repress label of The Birds Younger Than Yesterday. More Specials. More Specials. A VG copy 1999 gold stamp promo. May I have a copy of the red vinyl Cherry Pie? You can. This is sold to Hendry. If anybody else wants a copy of Cherry Pie, they're $44.99. $44.99. That's sold to Hendry. Next comment is James Bragg on Electric Light Orchestra. That's sold to James Bragg. We got 2 bids on Grease, Allison Campbell and Troy Robinson. Allison was in first on YouTube. She bid $35, so did you. And Colin Butler wants special. So, Troy, you're out on Grease. That has a bid. We're looking for a $35 start on Olivia Newton-John. Human League, Dare, VG Plus, $17.99. And John Cougar, self-titled, EX, $17.99. Yes, just fair warning. The vinyl's supposed to be cherry hot or cherry red, and it's more like a translucent red. Yeah, it's kind of a light red. I wonder if that's my DoorDash. I had a terrible meal at Subway on the way up here, so I was like, I got to order some food so I have a good meal at the break. Otherwise, I'm going to be miserable all night. Where I work at nights, there's never any restaurant. I mean, I can't go to Cracker Barrel at 2 a.m. when I would normally be eating like, I guess that would probably be lunch for me. So, yeah. I wish the Cracker Barrel was 24 hours. Gordon Lightfoot is, I was told to leave it outside on the barrel. So, Gordon Lightfoot's EX, $17.99. And Saxon, Denim and Leather. That's a VG Plus, $24.99. VG Plus $24.99. Saxon, Denim, and Leather. VG Plus $24.99. All right. Let's see here. Specials, that's sold. Colin. Robert, you were second. Troy Robinson's at 36 on Grease. Yeah, I can't eat Whataburger every night, though. I would cut off 20 years of my life. Let's make sure Bubby Mercer got 2 cherry pies on his invoice for this week. Allison's at 38 on Grease. Saxon, Denim and Leather is a VG Plus $24.99. Somebody will definitely grab that. So, Troy, you're back out on Grease. Final call on Olivia Newton-John before I make it a bite now. And let's go through this check condition bin one more time. We have Journey, Evolution, EX copy, $17.99. Van Halen, debut album, VG Plus $34.99. Self-titled. Fine Young Cannibal, self-titled, VG Plus $19.99. Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus, VG Plus $14.99. Jan Hammer Group, Oh Yeah, VG copy $12.99. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer is a VG Plus $19.99. The Who, It's Hard is EX $17.99. Aerosmith, Night in the Ruts. Aerosmith is EX $22.99. Claymore wants Saxon. Tanner, that was VG Plus $24.99. I was going to put that up for auction, but I left it in the bin. Bob Welch, French Kiss, VG copy $9.99. Sand was EX $64.99. Styx Cornerstone is a VG Plus $14.99. Kingfish Trident, EX $19.99. Rare Bird, Epic Forest is a VG Plus $14.99. Troy's out on Grease, so let's do a final call. Allison's at 38 on Grease, going twice, going 3 times. We've got Grease out. Let's see. Troy Robinson on Fine Young Cannibals. Troy Robinson on Fine Young Cannibals, and Dan Triaga on Journey. Sure, Craig, you can let everybody know. I saw your message a moment ago where you got it, so yeah, go ahead and let them know. That's fine with me. The Birds, Younger Than Yesterday, VG Plus $14.99. Human League Dare is a VG Plus $17.99. Human League Dare. John Cougar still available, self-titled. That's $17.99. EX Condition, and the very best of Gordon Lightfoot, EX copy, $17.99. Allison Campbell on Aerosmith. Allison Campbell on Aerosmith. All right, I'm going to grab a new crate. That one got really knocked out. Check condition stuff. Let's go ahead and sell Grease to Allison Campbell for $38. If anybody wants Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits Volume 2, that's a $35 buy it now. Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits Volume 2, that's a $35 buy it now. Not before we tag Brian Miller for Van Halen and Tim Holloway on Human League. Brian Miller on Van Halen. Let's pull that for Brian Miller and Tim Holloway on Human League. All right, Troy Robinson, you were second on Human League. Also got Mitchell Richardson on John Cougar, JC. And let me just remind everybody one more time of these titles. Gordon Lightfoot, The Birds, Rare Bird, Kingfish, Sticks, Sand, Bob Welch, The Who, Doobie Brothers, Jan Hammer, and Spirit. There you have it. Every time I hear Allison, I think he's saying Alice in Chains. I wish I had a whole tub full of music on vinyl unplugs for $39.99. I bet I could sell a couple tonight. So, let's see here. Chad sent me a copy of New Order Substance, 1987. I've been looking for a title. Yeah, so Craig helps us out here every night, pretty much as a free, unpaid volunteer. He sends track listings for people who need track listings, and he's been doing that for, what, a couple years now? And, or seems like it, I don't know, it might be longer than that. At least a year, like, consistently. Every night we're live, sometimes until 11, I guess before Craig has to go to bed, like most normal people. And so I knew he bid on, I've had a copy of New Order Substance multiple times, and he always gets outbid. They're not cheap. You know, I think I've sold them, every one I've had, for over 100. I think I had a nice one night bring well over 100. And Craig, I saw his comment one night. He's like, well, my search for that record will continue. And I was like, well, you know what? The next time I get one, it's going to be on the house. And I was going to put some other stuff in there. I still got some stuff set aside for you. I told Ed, I said, go ahead and get this packed up and shipped, or it's going to be another month. Because if I'm doing it, there's no telling when it'll go out. So Ed went ahead and shipped it out, but I do have some other stuff. So you'll get another package soon. So, okay. I'm not normal. I guess not. I guess if we're staying up every night buying records 6 nights a week for hours upon hours. No, we're a unique breed. That's why we do this. Okay, we have Midnight Madness Night Ranger. Midnight Madness Night Ranger. This is a Japanese press, okay? Japanese press, $30 start. Let's make it a $25 start. $25 start, because although it's near mint and pristine, it has the insert, it doesn't have the obi, but it does have this cool Night Ranger special issue book. I've never seen that with one. $25 start, Night Ranger special issue. It looks like a tour booklet or something that came with the album. Yeah, $25 start on Night Ranger Midnight Madness, Sister Christian. So 2 inserts with that one, including the book. Pristine vinyl and cover, just no obi. And we've got a really nice copy of the Beatles love songs. I'm going to start this one cheaper than I ever have before. It's nice, no doubt. No doubt whatsoever. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. This is the Beatles love songs. There's one thing missing, the booklet. It's missing the booklet. So, unfortunately, I guess that's the only thing bad I can say about it, because it does have the obi. The cover's in great shape. The vinyl's in great shape. I'm going to start this also at $25, the Beatles love songs. Great compilation. UK Flag Series, number 31. 31. A lot of people, I think, has been looking for these numbers in US, UK, and trying to collect all those. So that's up for bid. All right, we'll make sure I didn't miss any claims in there. Make sure I didn't miss any claims in there. Let's see. We've officially hit 200 viewers, and it's 8 o'clock, or it's almost 8 o'clock. That's what I figured would happen. Night Ranger 25, 30, 26, and the Beatles 25. Tracy McFadden's at 25 on the Beatles. Entire staff. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. I got a lot of good help here. That's why we're able to do this on such a big scale. We're able to do this every night and have hundreds of new records available every night for you because we have, and counting part-time employees, I think we're up to 12 or 14 now. So there's a lot going on. So a lot going on here. That's a lot of people. Sometimes I forget Tanner's name. Nickelback, Get Rolling. There's a lot of new releases in here. This is going to be a lot of new releases for Friday. Nickelback, Get Rolling. That's on orange vinyl, $31.99. New release from Nickelback. We have the Circle Jerks. New release from the Circle Jerks. Live at the House of Blues. Yellow vinyl. I've got 2 of those, $39.99. Circle Jerks, $39.99. The Specials. New release. The Specials, Ghost Town. There's your nightly drag racing. Splatter vinyl, black and white splatter vinyl, the Specials, Ghost Town, $33.99. And we have the Wallflowers, 20th Anniversary Edition, 2 LP set, first time on vinyl as a 2 LP, $33.99 for the Wallflowers. Those are all new releases. Those are all new releases. So what we'll do, I just have a couple of, I went through and I'll see stuff like I didn't post a pre-order, and I'll take orders now. A lot of this stuff I'll be able to have in by Friday. So probably what we'll do is we'll sell the copies we got on hand, and then I'll take a waiting list. And if I'm confident based on my distributor's stock that I can get more, I'll only order a couple. There's some things like U2. You know, I had 20 copies of those tonight because those go out of stock and we don't see them for a while. Some of these new releases, they have a lot of them, and that's what we do with those. So if you want one, just comment, even though you may see it sell out. Back up to the top, we got 2 auctions going on with a lot of bids. Night Ranger is at 35, the Beatles 28, 27, Night Ranger 31, the Beatles 30, the Beatles 30, the Beatles 30, Night Ranger 36, Night Ranger 36. Mike Massey was first to the Circle Jerks. That sold to Mike Massey. And then Nickelback sold to Allison Campbell, new Nickelback. That's a cool cover. Orange vinyl, that's sold to Allison Campbell. Tim Holloway gets the other Nickelback. Tim Holloway on that Nickelback. Sherry Darnell first on that waiting list. Sherry Darnell first on the waiting list for Nickelback. Let's see. I explained folks how the Coletco auction works, and folks' minds are blown. Yeah. I hope so. We try to blow people's minds. Chris DeMoss first on NB, which was Nickelback. That'll be a waiting list as well for Chris DeMoss. Colin Butler first on the Specials. Colin Butler first on the Specials. Stacy Brown on the Wallflowers, and so is Sherry Darnell. So that's the first 2, Stacy Brown and Sherry Darnell on the Wallflowers, and then we'll take a waiting list for everybody else. Yeah, there's so many new releases. New releases this week, there was 492 SKUs, you know, and there's so much stuff, I don't know what it is, to be honest. And then there's some stuff I definitely know what it is. I don't post pre-orders for everything. It's just so much every week. So that means Heather Perry first on the Wallflowers waiting list, along with Josh Ragland, Joe Valentine, James Bragg, Jerry Stone, David Schroeder, Susie Breedlove, Sean Crupper wants Rush. Let me know which title. I'll send you some more, Sean. The Beatles 35, the Beatles 31. I'm buying a vinyl from an airplane. Well, that's pretty cool. We got somebody in the Mile High Club buying vinyl. Beatles 36, Beatles 40, and Mitchell Richardson wants the Circle Jerks. Anybody else wants a Wallflowers, just let me know. Joe Valentine on that list, Ron Phillips, and the Specials, Ghost Town. The last copy we have here, Fred, is $33.99. Boy, those first 3 titles were high activity. I didn't get enough Wallflowers for sure. I knew that was popular. I knew the last used copy we had from a collection, I want to think it was a pricey record, so I should have probably posted a pre-order for that. Now we know. We'll definitely get more of them, though. So if anybody wants on that, let me know. Night Ranger, let's get an update on this. The last bid I've seen on Night Ranger, this is a Japanese press. I got Craig Proper at $38. If somebody else's bid, I have not seen it. Craig's at $38. This includes the book, the Night Ranger book. The insert vinyl's pristine. No Obi, though. No Obi on that one. $38 on Night Ranger. And then the last bid I seen on the Beatles love songs was $42 to Richard Bedford. So 42 and 38. Ghost Town is a full album. This is a new release for Friday. That's a full album, $33.99. It's on black and white splatter vinyl. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. MF Doom, Operation Doomsday, $36.99. New reissue of this album, $36.99. We have two of those. We have two MF Doom. Britney Spears. I went with her greatest hits. I think her entire catalog gets reissued Friday. There's like 7 of them. So I just ordered greatest hits, $42.99. If there's anybody interested in any of her certain albums, let me know. But I got 2 copies or 1 copy. I guess I got 1 copy. Meant to get 2. That's Britney Spears' greatest hits. It looks like those are all still available. So that is $42.99. $42.99. John Wilson on MF Doom. That's sold to John Wilson. Stacey Brown first on the Britney Spears. But yeah, her entire catalog gets reissued Friday. I ordered greatest hits. I figured that would cover a lot of bases for people. So Stacey Brown gets that one. Fred Carnell wants the specials. If that is the last copy, so if anybody else wants one, let me know. We can have them in by Friday for this week's invoice. That one is going to be sold to Fred Carnell. Jeannie, if you want one, let me know. And Fred, I'll put you on the Wallflowers waiting list. Fred Carnell on the Wallflowers waiting list. Joey Garland gets the other copy of MF Doom. Troy Robinson on Britney Spears' greatest hits, and David Schroeder on MF Doom as well. New release. This is called Stevie Wonder in Jazz, a jazz tribute to Stevie Wonder, $29.99. $29.99. A jazz tribute to Stevie Wonder, $29.99. That looks pretty interesting. That is $29.99. We have 3 of those. And Megadeth, this is a night in Buenos Aires. Triple red vinyl, $44.99. Triple red vinyl, $44.99. A night in Buenos Aires. That is red vinyl, $44.99. Megadeth. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Babylon Bus. This is $59.99. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Babylon Bus. I'm going to show this. This one is sold to Doc Smith. I've only got one. I think this one's going to be a little tougher to get. Plus, it's a 2 LP. That's why it's $59.99. But this is the Tough Gong pressed in Jamaica. This is the Tough Gong pressed in Jamaica. This is $59.99. $59.99. Okay, so Night Rain. I'm about to end these 2 auctions. Just final call. I forgot where the bids were at, but they're about to be over. Just FYI. Rydell Martin wants a jazz tribute. Rydell Martin on jazz tribute. David's out on the Beatles. Jerry Stone on jazz tribute, and Troy Robinson pre-orders. So we'll go ahead and pull one for that. Troy, that's yours right there. Thank you. Do you need who got that last MF Doom? It was Joey Garland. John Wilson got the first one. Waiting list. Yeah. Joey Garland on. Joey Garland got the last one we had. David Schroeder on Doom waiting list. Okay. And yeah, so if anybody wants one of these, let me know. I know another distributor is sending me at least 1 or 2 more. These Bob Marley limited Jamaica pressings have been quite, they're all sold out, so we're just either waiting for hopefully more to ship in, since technically I guess it's like an import. So that's what's going on that. So, okay, that one we can put Doc Smith's name down on it. That leaves Megadeth. We had at one time 100 of these in different colors. I finally sold them all, but I know Megadeth's so popular, I figured I'd at least keep one in stock here at the store. And plus, that's a lot cheaper price than what they were originally selling for. I think they were like $59.99 at one point. Triple red vinyl, $44.99. Let's go ahead and end these auctions so I can put up 2 new ones. Night Ranger. Night Ranger is going to be sold to Craig Proper. I'm pretty sure that's where we was at on that. Craig Proper was at $38 on Night Ranger. Let me see if I can find that one more time. I'm almost positive. $38 Craig Proper on Night Ranger. And the Beatles was a little closer up. The Beatles is sold to Richard Bedford for $42. Richard Bedford got the Beatles for $42. And Sherry Darnell wants on the wait list for Bob Marley, Babylon by Bus. And James Bragg gets this, Megadeth. Well, I've learned something tonight. I need to post more pre-orders, especially for stuff like the Wallflowers and MF Doom. And that means Chad, who is me, I'm going to have to find more time to do that. Right, Tanner? I never have enough time. I feel like I post pre-orders 3-4 times a day, and it's just, you gotta precisely do it so y'all can see them. So maybe, like Sundays, I was doing them every Sunday where I was doing it all at an exact time. I was like, okay, Sunday, you can go to the page, you can refresh, and there'll be new pre-orders. And we did that a couple weeks ago. Billy Joel the Stranger. Billy Joel the Stranger. This is a EX copy. We had a near mint pristine one last night. Yeah, this one's EX. It has a couple stray marks on it. Not a perfect one, but there was a lot of activity on the one last night. The vinyl is still very nice. EX copy. There's the cover. There's the insert. $25 start on Billy Joel the Stranger. $25 start on Billy Joel the Stranger. That's still going to be very nice. And we have the Raspberries Best. The Best of the Raspberries featuring Eric Carmen. Another Japanese press. I'm going to start this at just $25. $25. The vinyl on this one is, you guessed it, near mint and pristine. There's the insert. Comes with an inner sleeve or booklet. This is a booklet. This comes with a booklet with pictures and lyrics and information. There's the very nice cover of Obi. $25 start on the Raspberries. We have Crown Lands Fearless. I think this was somebody's suggestion for us to carry this. $49.99 Crown Lands Fearless. That's a new release for Friday. We've got 2 of those. They're $49.99. Moby Play is $44.99. Moby Play is a 2LP. $44.99. Moby Play, $44.99. 3 copies. This is a restock of YouTube Boy. YouTube Boy, $33.99. We had this come in end of last week. Was not expecting it. I wasn't expecting really to get more, but we did. $33.99 for YouTube Boy. New release from the Sex Pistols. This is $36.99. Limited edition color vinyl of 300. Wow. Ever get the feeling you've been cheated? Live at Winterland, San Francisco, 1978. That is it comes from a distributor that never handles unofficials, but as you can tell, it definitely looks like an unofficial. It's on Dear Boss Records. So I think that's official, even though it don't look like it, but don't hold me to that. These broadcasts gets very confusing. A restock of Kiss Destroyer. We had those earlier, but our Kiss bin was getting quite weak. So there's some Kiss Destroyer, $36.99. And here's another Megadeth, Unplugged in Boston. Unplugged in Boston is $29.99. That's on Coke bottle clear vinyl. Megadeth Unplugged, $29.99. I bet that sounds interesting. Megadeth Unplugged. I mean, that's, that'd be like saying Slayer Unplugged, right? Or something like that. I'd like to listen to that one day. It's got to sound interesting. Jerry Stone's at 30 on Billy Joel. Mike Massey first on the Sex Pistols, and so is Jason Kenton. Those are sold and sold. Yeah, Moby. I don't know if it's on this album. Of course, Moby, I've always heard about him, but when I got into the Jason Bourne movies, I realized he did the music for, I think he actually did the music for some of the Jason Bourne movies, or at least one of them. He for sure does the title song, when the movies are over. Jason Bourne, like, he mysteriously disappears back into the streets. That's what happens. So, that song that comes on, that's Moby. Plasmatics, the Vice Squad. Plasmatics, 1978 to 79, Vice Squad recordings. 3 out-of-print releases on 1 LP. That's red vinyl, $28.99. How much is the Now to my right? Now, Yearbook 86 is $59.99. I've got 1 left. Dale Cooper wants a Megadeth Unplugged. Dale Cooper wants Megadeth Unplugged. And Sean Crupper, I'll get you another one of those if that's okay. I got some more Plasmatics. Let me skip over those so they're not confusing. And let me show a new release from the Commodores. This is the Commodores Alabama 69. $33.99. This is limited edition, gold and red splatter. Original funk, instrumental session, 7-inch reel. Alabama. It's a live Commodore show from Alabama, 1969. $33.99. $33.99. Chris, let me know if you want a Now Yearbook. That's my last new copy left. Final call on Billy Joel. Jerry Stone has that for $30, going twice, going 3 times. And final call if you want to bid on the Raspberry. So there's 1 Plasmatics. Actually, Yvette, we had you on a waiting list for that. Yvette Vergara, you was on a waiting list for that. How about the rest of the Plasmatics? You let me know the exact title. Okay, so there's 2 or 3 comment the name of the title you want on the plasmatics. The 2 Commodores are sold, Troy Robinson and Colin Butler. And Sean Crupper wants the Now Yearbook 86. We'll make sure Chris DeMoss doesn't want it. And we actually may have one that's a putback, so we could have an extra one of those either way. All right, so the other plasmatics titles are Metal Priestess. Those are $28.99. $28.99. And we have plasmatics. This is Beyond the Valley of 1984. Beyond the Valley. So that's Metal Priestess. This is Beyond the Valley, $28.99. And this is New Hope for the Wretched. That is $28.99. That's 3 new plasmatics we got in. And this is a new release from Music on Vinyl. If no one buys, I got to get one for myself, but if nobody wants this one, I'll keep it. Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe, which is essentially Yes. Limited edition, 1,500 copies on blue vinyl, $44.99. $44.99. That's limited and numbered on blue vinyl. Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe, ABWH. That is available. New release on colored vinyl, limited and numbered. Commodores. Chris DeMoss did get the Now Yearbook. Sean, you're second. I think we either have a putback or, yeah, Tanner's already got you taken care of, Sean. So, Sean, you did get one. And Joe Valente wants New Hope for the Wretched on the plasmatics. You can have Yes with Chris Squire. Exactly. I think that's why they're not called Yes, is because I guess Anderson and Squire, I think Squire owned the rights to the Yes name. With Hal, eventually, of course, Hal wasn't an original member. John was, and Chris Squire. So it gets kind of complicated. Yes has a very complex member history. I mean, it's very complex. Troy Robinson gets Moby. Let's go ahead and sell Billy Joel to Jerry Stone for $30. He got a deal on that. And the Raspberries, if anybody wants this, $25 buy it now. The Raspberries, Eric Carmen. Go All the Way. That's a great song. First track, Go All the Way, the Raspberries. $25 buy it now on that. Also, when we got plenty of new vinyl to show tonight, but also we're going to keep new vinyl balanced tonight with vintage. I'm going to go back through some bins. That we had in alphabetical order. Some stuff probably to a lot of y'all that will be stuff you've never seen before. This is the Raspberries for $25 sold to Stacy Metternich. One more time on this bin, we have Crown Lands, Fearless, $49.99. We have 2 of those. And U2 Boy, $33.99. Those are new and sealed. Everything in here is new and sealed. Lots of Kiss Destroyer. Lots of Kiss. Peter Criss is in the band. That's $36.99. Kiss Destroyer. And the plasmatics are the Vice Squad recordings, Metal Priestess. This is Beyond the Valley. And then New Hope for the Wretched. Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, Howe, $44.99. That is available. And then some of the big restocks for this week. You'll be seeing these all week until we run out. Warrant Cherry Pie, $44.99. Just a couple of Street Survivors left, $34.99. And we've got about a dozen copies of U2 War. U2 War. If you missed that when the show first came on, that was tonight's nightly surprise restock, U2 War, $31.99. I still got those. I still got a few of these, and we still got a bunch of these, but they're selling fast. We're actually selling some on our website. I've got people placing orders. I don't even know who they are. So those won't be gone. Those will be gone, hopefully, very soon. If not, I don't mind keeping them in stock. Now, time for a bin of killer new vintage arrivals. This is from that stuff I bought in that really good collection at Old Hickory. Let me do a quick flip and make sure there's nothing I want to put up for auction, like the Bullet Boys. I knew there was a couple metal, not like metal, but there's some good records. I was talking about that. That's a clean copy of Led Zeppelin 1. Let me see what else he's got in here. I wanted to work on some of these myself, and guess what? I never did get to it last night. I was doing my to-do list. Kiss Animalize and Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker. These are all records I'm pulling out of this bin. If there's something else I run across when I get to it, I will pull it out. Otherwise, let's go through it. Wow, this got some good stuff in it. Yep. Let's do it. A packed full bin of great vintage new arrivals. These are not check condition. These are all clean, sleeved, inspected. There's going to be some good stuff in here. First, we got, did Soundgarden pre-order come in? Yes, our first 20 copies did. I read off the first 20 last night. If you missed it, there's more. If you posted that you wanted one, you will be getting one this week. David Chilcote, make sure David Chilcote has a cherry pie. Sean, Street Survivors is $34.99. Street Survivors is $34.99. Ron Phillips wants a U2, and Sean wants a Street Survivors. You got it. So I think I've got one copy of Street Survivors left, and we got about 10 copies of U2. So there's U2 for Ron Phillips. There's Sean Crupper of Street Survivors. Thank you. First two auctions. Let's step away from the Japanese for just a second, and let's put up the Bullet Boys. The Bullet Boys has the original inner sleeve. This is very nice vinyl, EX Plus to Near Mint Minus on the Bullet Boys. There's the inner sleeve. The cover's about a VG Plus. It has a punch hole here with a crease. Has a little bit of wear on the corners. It has some shelf wear. It's about a VG-ish, VG Plus cover. No major damage though. No seam splits or anything like that. The vinyl's very clean. We're going to start that for $25. Bullet Boys. $25 start on BB. Now, I hadn't really got to look at this Led Zeppelin since he's cleaned it. Oh, it's actually a 73. It's actually a 73, okay. It definitely looked like it was going to be an earlier pressing than that, but it's a 73. It's a 4-digit Atlantic, and it's an 1841 Broadway. So that threw me for a curveball. Of course, there's so many Led Zeppelin albums. I don't know how many times this album was pressed. You know, they made millions of them all through the 70s, late 60s. Well, it came out in 69, so you got to really know your matrix numbers, which is why we use Discogs. 73, he put this as a 73 Richmond press. It's very nice, though. I mean, it's very nice. And it has an Atlantic inner sleeve. So, $45 start. $45 start, Led Zeppelin self-titled. Good times, bad times. How many times have I heard that? A lot. Very nice copy. I was hoping that would be a little bit earlier, maybe even OG. But it's, for some reason, I haven't found a true 69 press of that in quite some time. That is a $45 start on Led Zeppelin. That's a very nice copy, though. Okay, back up to the top. I think I saw somebody wanted a Street Survivors. We got Sean's. Jeff McIntosh was next. So Jeff McIntosh gets this one. John Wilson, I don't think I have another. I'll have to look. I know I've got more on the way because I back ordered like 30 of these. And they shipped me like 8, then 12. And I can't remember if the rest are in stock or not. But John, if you're okay with a waiting list, I should have more this week. And I wanted a bunch for the store, but we've sold them all. So John on that. Bullet Boys 25, 25, 25, 30, 25, 39, 35, 35. Invoice, Ron Phillips goes to your email. You might want to check your email. Led Zeppelin 45, Bullet Boys 32. Okay. New arrivals. I was thinking about posting today in the group about invoices, but long story short, go check your email. If you don't have an invoice in your email, send us a message. We'll get your email fixed or corrected or whatever. But they're going to your email now. We have AC/DC Back in Black, $34.99. AC/DC Back in Black, original inner sleeve, nice copy, just $34.99. AC/DC, I'm Back in Black. Curtis Mayfield, Back to the World, $44.99. Curtis Mayfield, Back to the World, $44.99. Clean copy. Curtis Mayfield, Back to the World, $44.99. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, $19.99. What a great song. Thunder Road also on there. $19.99 for Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. Here's one you don't see very often from Seeger. Bob Seger, 7, Contrast. This is $44.99. It's a 1974 Santa Maria press. 1974, Bob Seger, 7. $44.99. Yeah, that one don't come through very often. Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen. Original inner sleeve, $19.99. Born in the USA, and Steve Winwood Chronicles. Here's the one I'll tell everybody about. Chronicles is his greatest hits of his solo work, which has Higher Love and Valerie, Spanish Dancer, Talking Back to the Night. vacant chair, Wake Me Up on Judgment Day. That's $19.99. Okay, I'll update our auctions in just 1 second. First, we got Stephanie Harder on AC/DC, James Bragg on Curtis Mayfield, Ryan Foster on Bruce Springsteen. That has to be for Born to Run. Let me know if that was right. And actually, he wants both, Bruce. He was first, and he wants both. So Brian gets both of those, and Tony Shore gets Steve Winwood. No claim on Seeger yet. Jay Giles, Monkey Island, $19.99. By the way, Tony Shore, one of our longtime great customers, he shared a link in the group to his podcast. Tony, you have an incredible voice. It's like you have to have been in radio broadcasting or something. I was amazed when I first heard his voice. I told Tanner, we listened to the first 10 minutes of that when I approved the post, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. But you did a really good job with that. I got about 30 minutes into it or 20 minutes into it. I'm trying to, I'll finish it tonight. But yeah, that was very good. So that's very cool. Tony does kind of a, what's it called, Tony? The exact title of it, but it was some great music too. So Robert Palmer, $19.99. Robert Palmer, $19.99. I've been in radio for 35 years. I knew it. Robert Palmer, $19.99. My dad was a radio broadcaster for local high school sports. This has, by the way, Bad Case of Loving You on it. $19.99 for Robert Palmer. Obviouspop.com. There you go. Shout out to Tony Shore. There was, my dad was in local high school sports broadcasting, and I helped him a lot, especially with basketball. So I've been around radio broadcasting for a long time. That's why I'm also, when I was going to start doing this, I didn't have any really problem because I've been talking on the radio. I was talking on the radio when I was in junior high, helping my dad with basketball and high school. So, and then we had football too. We did football and baseball, but he had a football crew with him. My uncle, his friend Pat, they did Gordonsville High School football, and I helped them with basketball. So that's what I did in junior high and high school. Okay, Bullet Boys, let's get our auctions updated. We have a very nice copy of Bullet Boys, the vinyl and inner sleeve. The cover's about VG+. High bid on Bullet Boys, I've got Clay Moore at $45. $45. Then I've got Matt Biggs bidding on the Led Zeppelin. Matt Biggs is at $50. This is a 73 press, original Atlantic inner sleeve. Very nice, clean copy. One of the most important albums in rock history, Led Zeppelin's debut. High bid on that is with Matt Biggs at $50. Greg Preston wants Robert Palmer. Bullet Boys is now at $46, and Led Zeppelin's at $55. Genesis 3 Sides Live. Genesis 3 Sides Live, $34.99. Wham! Make It Big is $34.99. Wham! Make It Big, $34.99. That's a U.S. press. Original inner sleeve. Wham! Make It Big. AC/DC, for those about to rock, we salute you. $34.99. $34.99. Wings Wildlife. This is a sealed copy. Sealed and unopened from 1980. Sealed and unopened from 1980. That is $49.99. Tony Shore first on AC/DC. Billy Squire, Don't Say No. Billy Squire, Don't Say No. $24.99. $24.99. Billy Squire, Don't Say No. That's a very clean looking copy with original inner sleeve. The Grateful Dead is $49.99. It's a 1973 Terre Haute. 73 Terre Haute. Very clean copy. Grateful Dead, $49.99. Don McLean, American Pie in shrink wrap. Bye-bye, Miss American. Wait a minute. Bye-bye. Does he say Miss or just American Pie? $19.99, Don McLean. I'm not going to try to read any lyrics from memory anymore. Tony got AC/DC. Richard Bedford got Billy Squire. Tanner, that one was $24.99. I contemplated running that one for auction, but that's sold to Richard Bedford. John only had one of those, of course. So Grateful Dead. Oh, I just restarted my feed accidentally. I got it on my monitor. Yeah, Jeff McMaster on Grateful Dead. Sherry Darnell was second. And Randy Scarborough, yeah, Miss American Pie. Or whatever. So, yes. I thought that's what he said. Tanner, can you give me an update on these auctions now? I accidentally just resetted my feed, so I lost all my history of comments. So, Michael Nath is at 55 on Led Zeppelin. Final call. Matt Biggs, if you're out, please bid again. And then I see the Bullet Boy comments. Clay Moore is at 48 on Bullet Boys. Thank you, everybody. While we're on the topic of Billy Squier, let me show you a copy I do have in stock. It's a little bit more, but if you're into sound quality, this is an amazing sounding record. I finally got around to listen to one myself. While we have them in stock, I just looked at this bin in the store and I noticed we're a couple lighter. We sell these in the store as well. This is Billy Squier, Don't Say No. These are $54.99. This is an ultra quiet, pressed at RTI, 180 gram cut from the original analog master tapes. Gatefold, amazing sounding record, $54.99. Of course, this has a lot of his great songs on it. The Stroke, My Kind of Lover, Lonely as the Night, $54.99. If anybody wants a new sealed copy of that, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, probably like y'all are. I saw where somebody posted a gallery of pictures. They had a sticky note on one of these opened for $75 and somebody had bought it. And I was like, wow, maybe I need to let everybody know we got these in stock. So that's $54.99. Billy Squier, Don't Say No, $54.99. It was in an audiophile group. Okay, Bullet Boys, 48. Arthur Maldonado wants Wham. That's sold to Arthur. Bullet Boys, 49. Sean Crupper wants a Billy Squier. If anybody else wants one, we've got them. If anybody else wants one, we got them. They're Billy Squier new RTI presses. Matt Biggs is back in on Led Zeppelin at 60. Michael Nath, you're out. Joe Valente wants a Billy Squier, and so does Tony Shore. I'll go pull those in 1 second. I've got about 10 or 12 left, probably. Huey Lewis in the news, 4. Huey Lewis is $19.99. The Outlaws is $19.99. The Outlaws is $19.99. And Huey Lewis in the news, Small World, in shrink wrap with hype sticker and price tag. And another price tag on the back, $19.99. Huey Lewis, $19.99. Gordon Lightfoot, boy, I don't see this one too often. The Way I Feel, $19.99. Gordon Lightfoot, The Way I Feel, $19.99. Don't see that one too often. Let me go ahead and grab those Billy Squiers, and I'll grab another one just in case somebody decides they want one. Billy Squier, there's 1, there's 2. I'll grab another one. No, I don't have 10 left. I've got 4 left. We've sold a lot, I guess, here out of the store. Probably people read that hype sticker and they're like, wow, RTI, analog tapes, gatefold. I don't think the original was a gatefold. Okay, back up to the top here. We had, Are You Getting the New Morgan Wallen? The new Morgan Wallen album is not out on vinyl, unless they've made an announcement in the last couple days and I've missed it. The newest Morgan Wallen album is not out on vinyl. It's so many songs, they'll have to make it like a box set or something, and it probably will be a while before they announce that because I hadn't seen anything. It's available on CD. If you want a physical copy, I can get the CD. But of course, vinyl, I'm sure, is what you're looking for. But yeah, that album is not on vinyl. Joe Valente on Billy Squier, Tony Shore on Billy Squier. Michael Nath is out on Led Zeppelin, so let's do a final call. Matt Biggs has Led Zeppelin for $60, and let's do a final call. Tom Sullivan's at 49 on Bullet Boys. So 49 on Bullet Boys, 60 on Led Zeppelin. Dale Cooper was first to Huey Lewis, and he wants 4. Dale Cooper wanted Huey Lewis 4. Brian Miller, you were second on Huey Lewis. He's already got 4. Let's see. Dale Cooper wanted 4. Josh Ragland wants Small World. We'll make sure Brian Miller doesn't want this one. If Brian doesn't want that one, then so did Josh Ragland. And I believe Terrell wants Gordon Lightfoot. Terrell, is that right? G-O-L, Gordon Lightfoot, maybe? Terrell, you may want Gordon Lightfoot. Let me know if that's not right. Bullet Boys is now at 50. And Brian does not want that Huey Lewis, so it does go to Josh Ragland. Back to the crate. Journey, Infinity, $19.99. Wheel in the Sky, Feeling That Way, Anytime, $19.99. Journey. Kung Fu, interesting, $24.99. Kung Fu, music and dialogue from the Warner Brothers TV series with a really cool insert. I feel like that's a great deal on that. $24.99. Kung Fu, I've never seen that before, in shrink wrap. Street Survivors, there's one without the flames. Street Survivors is $34.99. Street Survivors, MCA pressing, $34.99 on Street Survivors. That's technically the airbrushed reissue. Jay Giles Band, The Morning After. Jay Giles Band, The Morning After, $24.99. Original Atlantic pressing. All right, let's go ahead and sell Matt Biggs, the Led Zeppelin. Matt, Congratulations. I love seeing a nice copy of Led Zeppelin 1 go into somebody's collection. I hope you play that very loud where you lose some of your hearing. That's the only way it should be played. That is sold to Matt Biggs for $60. And the Bullet Boys, Clay's at $50. We did have somebody say out. I'm going to give that like 15 more seconds. $50 on the Bullet Boys. First to Journey was Terrell Boatnight. Angela was second. Looks like Colin was first to Kung Fu. Adam came in second on that one. David Tate wants to Leonard Skinner. Brian C. third on Kung Fu. Randy second on Leonard Skinner. Brian Miller fourth. And we have Warren Zevon, the Excitable Boy. This is very nice looking. $34.99. Werewolves of London, Lawyer, Guns, and Money. That's on that one, $34.99. Genesis Abacab. Genesis is $19.99. And Jay Giles Live, Full House, also $19.99. Bullet Boys is sold to Clay Moore for $50. I was making sure everybody was out on that. $50. Kiss Animalize in shrink wrap with the hype sticker. Original inner sleeve. Really nice vinyl. $35 start. There is the vinyl and insert. Covers in shrink wrap. Hype sticker. $35 start on Kiss Animalize. $35 start. David's going to pass on Leonard Skinner, so actually give that to Randy Scarborough. Randy, you're going to get the Leonard Skinner, and Kevin Scott wants the Warren Zevon. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. Jerry Stone, I did. I'm trying to get that direct from the label, so give me a couple days on that one because I'm having to go through somebody else. And why can't RTI or MoFi do Kiss stuff? Because Gene Simmons wants too much money for his catalog. If MoFi contacted Gene Simmons and said, hey, we'd like to press your vinyl, he would probably charge so much they probably can't make any money off of it. All right, Kiss is at $45 with Kevin Scott. Here's something that I haven't had. Is this Japanese? Wow, this is Japanese. No Obi, but it's a Japanese press of Free, Fire, and Water. Free, Fire, and Water. Kiss stuff is protected like Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin stuff is. It's so valuable, they just don't freely hand it out to anybody to press. That's why you don't see a lot of Kiss stuff on compilations. You know, you'll see the greatest hits of the 70s and there won't be any Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd songs. You know, their stuff is so expensive to license and even is today. So it's even more valuable today. Free, Fire and Water, near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. Very nice copy. There's the lyric insert with it. This has their hit song, All Right Now. Great. And of course, Fire and Water is a great song too. $25 start. Nice copy. Nice copy for a Japanese press. Missing the OB, unfortunately, but nice copy. $25 start on that. Kevin Scott's at $45 on Kiss, going once, going twice. Michael J. wants Genesis Abacab. That's sold to Michael J. The Judds, Why Not Me? The Judds is $19.99. Why Not Me? The Judds, $19.99. Bob Seger, Beautiful Loser. Bob Seger is $34.99. Beautiful Loser, $34.99. Bob Seger, Beautiful Loser. The Lost Boys soundtrack. The Lost Boys soundtrack. Let's put this up for auction. I've been auctioning these. We got it stickered. I'll start at like a third of what we've got it stickered. I'll put that up for auction in just a second. The Yes album looks like a very nice copy. $19.99. Does have some wear along the bottom, but the Yes album is $19.99. 4-digit Atlantic. $19.99. And Yes 90125. Yes 90125 is $19.99. Yes and Yes. The Yes album and Yes 90125. Let's see. Free is at $25. Free's at $25. Kevin, you got Warren. Free 27. Free 28. Let's go ahead and sell Kevin Scott. Kevin, you get Kiss for $45. No one else bid on that. So we can run another auction. There's Free. High bid on Free is $28. Nick Todd wants the Yes album. Nick Todd wants the Yes album. Alan, you were second. Let me know if you want Yes 90125. The Yes album's already been claimed. Let's do the Lost Boys that I just pulled out. This is the Lost Boys soundtrack. Looks like it has a little bit of wear here on the side. This is an original Atlantic Lost Boys soundtrack. Echo and the Bunnymen, NXS, Lou Graham. Eddie and the Tide. This is a $20 start. Lost Boys is a $20 start. James Bragg's at $30 on free. Lost Boys is a $20 start. Bing and Satchmo, that's Bing Crosby and Louis Armstrong, $14.99. MGM Archive Golden Archive Series. This is Steve Goodman. Steve Goodman, Somebody Else's Trouble. Steve Goodman is $14.99. Grand Funk Live with poster, $29.99 for Grand Funk Live. Buckingham Nicks is $99.99. Buckingham Nicks, $99.99. It has a WBGN radio sticker on the front. Very clean and nice vinyl. The cover is about VG, has a little bit of wear here. Of course, has this radio station sticker. Clip corner, that is $99.99 for Buckingham and Nicks. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Animal. Lou Reed, $34.99. Black RCA label, $34.99. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Lost Boys 20, Lost Boys 25, Lost Boys 20, Lost Boys 24. Pam Dickens on Bing Crosby. Pam Dickens on Bing Crosby. Free 32, Lost Boys 28, Lost Boys 30. Jeff McMaster on SG, which was Steve Goodman. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Lost Boys 40. And so we got a $40 bid on Lost Boys, and the high bid on Free is still with James Bragg at 30. Final call on that. Golden Earring, Long Blonde Animal. Don't see that one too often. Gold stamp promo, Golden Earring, $19.99. Woodstock 2 is $39.99. Woodstock 2 is $39.99. Jimi Hendrix is on that one, along with Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Jefferson Airplane, Melanie. The Firm is sealed. It's a club pressing, but it's sealed, unopened. $34.99 for The Firm. It's club, sealed, $34.99. Nantucket, Long Way to the Top. Nantucket is $14.99. John Cougar, American Full, in shrink wrap. John Cougar is $19.99. Lost Boys is $40. Free is at $33, and Lost Boys is at $42. Nice. Rolling Stone Some Girls, original unedited cover, $64.99. The Rolling Stone Some Girls, $64.99. Original unedited cover, $64.99. Free's at $33. Lost Boys $42. Brian C. on Mantua. I think he meant Nantucket. Sell that to Brian C. The Carpenters, Horizon. The Carpenters is $9.99. Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show Revisited. Dr. Hook, $19.99. All righty. Let's go ahead and do a final call. I'm going to go ahead and sell Free. Not before we sell Ron Phillips, the Rolling Stones. Ron Phillips on the Rolling Stones. And Free is going to be sold to James Bragg for $33. James Bragg got free for $33. And the Lost Boys is with Eric S. at $42. The vinyl is very nice, near mint. The cover does have some wear on it. And this is $42 with Eric S. Next was a John Duran on Dr. Hook and John Wilson on John Cougar. We do have a new bid on Lost Boys, $43. The next thing I was going to put up for auction is, let me see what's in this bin here. Well, this next bin of vintage is killer. Is this the Allman Brothers? Yes. Aha, I was telling y'all about this last night. This is an OG press, which is 1971 pink Capricorn labels. Every time I pull one of these out, that's what I'm hoping to see. That's the original label for the Allman Brothers. Pink Capricorn, 1841 Broadway. Very clean copy. Minor shelf wear on the cover. Not much going on the front. As you can see, still has some of the original gloss. And then down here is the problem. It's just got a lot of wear on the bottom. Looks like it's been pulled in and out of a shelf several times. The vinyl, very nice. This is definitely one, probably when you get it, you'll want to keep the records behind the jacket so it doesn't do any more damage to the seams. $45 start. Their kind of breakthrough album. They already had a couple albums out, but of course they were known for their live sets. When that came out, that's when they started reissuing all their prior albums, and then the rest is history. $45 start on that. Lost Boys is at $45. New bid. And then we're looking for a $45 start on the Almond Brothers. Original labels, first press. Jackson Brown, Lawyers in Love, in shrink wrap, $14.99. Let It Be. This is exceptionally nice. It has a clip corner, $74.99. Let It Be. It's a 1970 Los Angeles press. It's been a while since I've seen one with very little wear on the cover. It does have this crescent moon clip corner, but a very nice copy of Let It Be. Gatefold, of course. There's the standard, just plain inner sleeve. Unplayed vinyl. Phil and Ronnie and the Dead Wax. Bell Sound. That is $74.99. Beatles, Let It Be. Okay, Almond Brothers 47. Chip Hall wants Jackson Brown. That's sold to Chip Hall. We have Rare Earth in concert. Uh-oh. Did y'all see that last record? I hope not. It's supposed to be a surprise. Rare Earth in concert, $29.99, 2 LP. Pat Benatar, In the Heat of the Night, $14.99. After the Fire, ATF, $19.99. Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. Pat Benatar, $14.99. Harry Chapman, Rarities, and Balderdash. This is in shrink wrap. This is his studio album that has Cats in the Cradle on it. $14.99 for Harry Chapman. The Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street. Exile on Main Street is a GAP press, a Gap press maybe. Los Angeles, 1976. It has 8 postcards. It has, there's the postcards, there's the track, there's the hype sticker with the tracks, $74.99. So hype sticker is still with it, all 8 postcards. It's a 76 Los Angeles press, $74.99. So 76, this album came out in 73. That's a 76. It does have the inserts with it though. April Wine, The Nature of the Beast. April Wine is $19.99. Ted Nugent, $14.99. Lost Boys. Sold to Eric S. Eric S. for $45 on Lost Boys. Almond Brothers was at $45 and then $47 and then $50. Chris Ferrara is at $50. This is the Almond Brothers live at the Fillmore. High bid on that is $50 to Chris Ferrara. John Wilson's first on After the Fire. John Wilson on ATF. Michelle Phillips first on Pat Benatar. Michelle, let me know if you want Crimes of Passion, In the Heat of the Night, or you can have both. Marty Kramer first on Harry Chapman. That's sold to Marty Kramer. And Chip Hall on AW, which was April Wine. Final call on the Almond Brothers at $50. We've got 2 records left in here. Rod Stewart, Atlantic Crossing, $14.99. And the next is a Holy Grail, unlike any other. It's a first come, first serve. I hope you're ready. Have your fingers on your keyboard. No words. No words. There it is. It always takes my breath away. It always takes my breath away. $9.99. The Cruise. Okay. Chip Hall got April Wine. Jared the Jagger on Ted Nugent. Jared the Jagger on Ted Nugent. That's sold to Jared. Almond Brothers is at $53. That's with Michael J. That's on the pink original Capricorn labels. Pink original Capricorn labels. Very clean copy. The cover is about a VG. Most of the wear is on the bottom spines. On the bottom spine. So Michael 53. Rich Group got Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart. Marshall Bassett first to Pablo Cruz. Marshall Bassett first to Pablo Cruz. There it is. Condition of 90125. This is condition of yes, 90125. That was a near mint copy for $19.99. Owner of a Lonely Heart. Owner of a Lonely Heart. Yes. Also, It Can Happen and Changes and Leave It. That's $19.99. All right. Let's see here. Chris Ferrara's at $55 on Almond Brothers. Brian Ligon on 90125. Let's go through that crate one more time. There's still some great stuff in here. These are all buy it now. No offers on these. What we did last night is between the hours of 11 and midnight, we went back through a second time. We went through 6 crates. Oh, by the way, we do have 2 more crates in the office we didn't go through. So when we run out of these, we still have more new stuff to go through. So we went through 6 crates of vintage last night, and after the whole show was over, I had a half a crate left. We sold a lot of vintage last night. So one more time on these. Bob Seger 7. I can't believe it's still here. $44.99. Jay Giles, Monkey Island, $19.99. Genesis 3 Sides Live, $34.99. Wings is sealed from 1980. Wildlife, $49. You can open that and have you a nice, pristine copy. Don McLean, American Pie in shrink wrap, $19.99. The Outlaws, $19.99. The Outlaws, Green Grass and High Tides is on that one, $19.99. Jay Giles, The Morning After, $24.99. Jay Giles Live, Full House. I always like that cover, $19.99. And the Judds, Why Not Me? The Judds is still available, $19.99. So, Jared, you were second on yes. Chris Ferrara is at 55 on the Allman Brothers, going twice, going 3 times. Joseph Feliciti, you were third on yes. Amy Hutchings wants the Carpenters that we had earlier. Let me go ahead and pull that before I forget. And also, I never did answer, somebody claimed Pat Benatar, and I never did answer Michelle. The Pat Benatars were $14.99 each. Crimes of Passion and In the Heat of the Night. Michelle, refresh my memory on which one of those you wanted. They're $14.99 each. Next, we had Amy on the Carpenters. We got that. Patrick Lear on Genesis. Patrick Lear gets the Genesis. Terrell Boatnight on Don McLean. Ron Stoltz on the Judds. And Michelle wants both Pat Benatars. Both Pat Benatars. The Allman Brothers is EX Plus to Near Mint Minus. It's incredible. I've had a lot of pink Capricorn labels. I think one night I auctioned a VG Minus for almost as much as this one's at. I mean, there's no telling how many of these I pull out and I don't find a pink Capricorn label. So, no, they're sticker price. So, yeah, EX Plus Near Mint Minus. The cover's VG, and that's a final call at $55 to Chris Ferrara. Bob Seger, Beautiful Loser, $34.99. Grand Funk Live was $29.99. That has the poster with it. $99.99. $100 for Buckingham and Nick's. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Animal, $34.99. Golden Earring is still available. Long Blonde Animal. I feel like if Walt Cruz was watching, he would buy that. Woodstock 2 is $39.99. The Firm is sealed, unopened, $34.99. Let It Be, $74.99. Rare Earth, $29.99. And the Rolling Stones was $74.99. Brent Rabley is in on the Allman Brothers at $58. All right, I'm going to grab a crate of new vinyl. If anybody wants prices on anything in there or more information, let me know. But we have a lot more stuff to go through. I've got 4 more crates of vintage to go through. 4 more crates of vintage and a lot of new vinyl. So I'm going to try to keep it balanced out. Let me go ahead and go through another crate of new vinyl here. This is some new restocks I've never had. Some restocks that we've been selling out of. And Chris Ferrara, you're now out on the Allman Brothers. Let me go ahead and put up our next Japanese pressing. This is ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2. I'm going to start this one. I'm going to go ahead and start this one very affordable at a $25 start. Dancing Queen, ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Near Mint and Pristine. Near Mint and Pristine. There is the original inner sleeve for ABBA's Greatest Hits. There is the booklet. There is a gatefold. And that is a $25 start. Let's see here. Grand Funk Live for Marty. Marty Leedy wants the Grand Funk Live with the poster. Let's pull that for Marty. Marty Leedy, you got the Grand Funk, sold to you. Bundle deal on both Bob Segers. What do I have on them? 44 and 34. I'll do, that's 44. I'll do $5 off if you're buying both of them. $5 off if you're buying both of the Segers, Michelle. I would love to sell them to you. Marty Leedy got Grand Funk. $25 start on ABBA's Greatest Hits. Final call on the Allman Brothers. Chris Ferrara, let me know if you're in or out. U2 Pop. U2 Pop, $36.99. U2 Pop, $36.99. Anything major happen? Trey, we've auctioned off the entire Striper catalog and you missed it. They were all $1 starts too. You missed the entire Striper catalog already. Allman Brothers is at $60. U2 Pop is $36.99. Okay, now I've got 4 albums by this artist. It's called All Them Witches. All Them Witches. They're all different. We have Sleeping Through the War, $29.99. Nothing as the Ideal, $29.99. All Them Witches self-titled, $33.99. And All Them Witches live on the internet, $36.99. There's all Them Witches I could get. There's all of the All Them Witches. Let me know if you want anybody. Or let me know if you want anyone. David Bowie Low is $31.99. David Bowie Low is $31.99. Depeche Mode Black Celebration. Depeche Mode is $39.99. Black Celebration, $39.99. U2, How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. Check this one out. Red vinyl. I actually got some of these. I wasn't expecting this. 15th anniversary, red vinyl. $36.99. We also have black vinyl. There's red vinyl. $36.99 on U2, How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. U2 October. U2 October, $29.99. And U2, All That You Can't Leave Behind. 20th anniversary edition, $49.99. Brent's back in on the Allman Brothers at 62. Brent's back in on the Allman Brothers at 62. Chip Hall wants the Buckingham Nicks from the last crate. We usually don't go through a show and that album doesn't sell, either at auction or somebody claims it out of the buy it now. So, Chip Hall, that's sold to you. Buckingham Nicks, that's sold to Chip Hall. Ryan Foster wants a U2 Atomic Bomb, and so does Tony Shore. Those are sold and sold. Final call on Allman Brothers. If Chris Ferrara says out, I'm selling that immediately to Brent unless somebody else bids. Depeche Mode, $44.99. This is called Depeche Mode 101, which is a 2LP live Depeche Mode, $44.99. Taylor Swift, $46.99. Fearless, Taylor's version. That's a triple LP on gold vinyl, $46.99. Melinda Gernhardt wants Depeche Mode. If anybody else wants one of these, let me know. They will be in this week, Depeche Mode, $44.99. And of course, I've already showed these tonight, but this is U2's War. U2's War, $31.99. Chris is still bidding. He's at 65, Brent. John Wilson is in on U2 Pop. And that was mostly U2 records. Let me go through those one more time. I'm going to go through these one more time. U2 Pop is $36.99. All Them Witches. Whoever asked about that, I wish I could remember because that's the only 4 I could get. Those are all available. David Bowie Low, $31.99. I think I've got it wrote down somewhere. Depeche Mode, $39.99. I'm going to keep this unless anybody else wants it right now. I have a lot of U2 albums. I don't have that one yet. So the last copy we got in, I'm going to go ahead and pull that for me unless somebody wants it. U2 October, $29.99. U2 All That You Can't Leave Behind, $49.99. Taylor Swift is $46.99. I've got 2 of those. And U2 War. U2 War is $31.99. That was tonight's surprise restock. John Wilson is going to take the U2 right out of my hand. That's okay. I think I can get more. If not, that's all right. But I've got, I think, all their albums except that one. But I don't know. I'm sure I'm missing. They've had some stuff come out recently that the Songs of Innocence and Experience. I think I've got copies of those, but I'm not real for sure. Allman Brothers 68, Allman Brothers 70. The other Depeche Mode, I can't believe no one grabbed it because we don't get these too often. That is Black Celebration. Black Celebration. That's $39.99. $39.99. Yes, Jason F. on the Depeche Mode 101 waiting list. Allman Brothers 70. Greg Preston wants a U2 October. U2 October. Okay, let's go through a crate of new vintage arrivals. One more time. Before that, James Bragg wants a U2 October, so U2 War. Taylor Swift, U2 All That You Can't Leave Behind. That has their fantastic song, Beautiful Day. You put that on, it'll just make you happy, right? Stuck in a Moment. Elevation, that's a good one. U2 October. Depeche, David Bowie Low. All Them Witches, and U2 Pop. Clear. It's not on clear vinyl, is it? It's 20th anniversary. It doesn't say it's 20th anniversary, but it doesn't say it's clear vinyl. So I'm assuming black. If you want on the Depeche Mode 101 waiting list, it's going to be $44.99. $44.99. Let's go through another crate of new vintage arrivals from the stuff I picked up the other day. Let me see what I've got in here. Make sure there was nothing I was going to pull for auction. Great titles, though. Yeah, y'all are going to like this bin. Let me see what pressing that is. Got another Led Zeppelin. House of the Holy. It turned 50 years old yesterday. That's incredible. All right. If anybody wants ABBA's Greatest Hits, go ahead and steal it for a $25 buy it now. ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2. $25 buy it now. The only ABBA's Greatest Hits that's in print is ABBA Gold, and it's like a $46.99 LP set on gold vinyl. But nice Japanese press for a $25 buy it now. ABBA. That's available. That is available. What they're bidding on, we've been going back and forth multiple people for about the last 15 minutes. As I expected, the Allman Brothers, pink Capricorn label, very clean vinyl, covers about VG. High bid is Brent Rabley at $72. Depeche Mode Violator is Songs of Faith and Devotion. Those are both on back order. They're both on back order. We're waiting for those to come in. ABBA's Greatest Hits is sold to Stacy Brown for $25. James Bragg, you were second, sir. Let's see here. What kind of pressing of Led Zeppelin houses do we have here? It's a CRC press, but it's very nice. We're going to start it for $40. This album turned, I think, Tuesday. This turned 50 years old exactly on Tuesday. This is got the original inner sleeve. This is a it's a 5-digit, which was probably CR Club pressing, probably from 77 or so. Amazing stuff here, of course. Led Zeppelin, House of the Holy. Very clean, $40 start. The song remains the same. The Rain Song, Over the Hills and Far Away, The Crunch, Dancing Days, Dire Maker, No Quarter, and The Ocean. Wow, No Quarter. $40 start on Led Zeppelin. Very nice copy, though. It is a club pressing, probably from late 70s, just to give you a ballpark on that. Let's see here. Allman Brothers. Final call. I'm waiting for Chris Ferrara, just so I knew everybody was out, but Brent has that for $72. Stacy passes on ABBA, so give that to James Bragg. And Bob, we will put back George Thorogood for you. New crate of vintage. Boston, self-titled, $34.99. Orange Epic label, Boston is $34.99. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, 4-Way Street, $34.99 for Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Kansas, Point of No Return. Kansas is $19.99. Men Without Hats, Folk of the 80s, Part 3, $24.99. Men Without Hats, $24.99. Eric Clapton, At His Best. This is $34.99. Eric Clapton, At His Best. James Gang, Live in Concert. James Gang, Live in Concert, $19.99. Linda Ronstadt, Simple Dreams, $9.99 on Linda Ronstadt. Led Zeppelin is an original 1971 OG, original release here, Richmond Press. $64.99, has Porky in the dead cut. Porky was a mastering engineer, I think. If you see a lot of Porky, they're called Porky cuts. A lot of desirable pressings with that those name on it. I think that was his nickname. I forgot his actual name, but he did some of the AC/DC stuff too. A lot of stuff that was on Atlantic. $64.99. $64.99. REO Speedwagon Live. You get what you play for. REO Live, that's $34.99. And Stevie Wonder's Greatest Hits Volume 2 in shrink wrap. This has got some great songs on it. $24.99. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. If you really love me for once in my life, we can work it out. The Beatles cover. $24.99. Steve Winwood, Back in the High Life. $19.99. Count Basie, Have a Nice Day. Count Basie's $9.99. Chuck Mangione, Fun and Games in shrink wrap with the hype sticker contains Give It All You Got. Featured by ABC Sports in the 1980 Winter Olympics. $9.99. All right, I didn't hear from Chris, but we got to end the Allman Brothers. That's sold to Brent Rabley for $72. Brent, you get the Allman Brothers for $72. We have Led Zeppelin at $40 with Jared DeJagger. $40, now $41. Let's see here. Marty Leedy wants the James Gang. Marty Leedy on the James Gang Live. That's sold to Marty Leedy. I do not have another copy of U2 because I think it's been claimed in the flip video, Colin. But I will have... Oh, wait a minute. You said 80 to 90. Yes, I believe I do. You'll have to give me a second to hunt it. But if you want one, I bet I can find one. The REO condition, Brent, appears to be a very nice cover. No condition notes on the vinyl. Yeah, near mint minus on that one. Very nice. George Peckham, Porky, that is. There's his name. Thank you, Jeff. Gypsy is $74.99. Gypsy, that's from 1970, $74.99. La Grande Historia del Rock, Jimi Hendrix compilation, $24.99 for Hendrix. ZZ Top Afterburner in shrink wrap, $24.99. Julian Lennon, Valette, $14.99 for Julian Lennon. The Best of B.B. King, The Best of B.B. King, $19.99. Van Halen, Diver Down in shrink wrap, original inner sleeve. Nice copy. Diver Down in shrink wrap, $44. It should be, we have a little pocket over here of U2 stuff. Let's see if we got one over there. If not, I'll have to get one ordered for them. Michael Nath on Jimi Hendrix. That was the Historia del Rock. Brian C. was next. Kelly LaFotte on ZZ Top Afterburner. Brent Rabley does want the REO Speedwagon Live. Joe Valentine on Van Halen. Brian Miller was second. And Jocko Belly Dante put D. And that may be a miscue or something that's already sold. So update on the Jimi Hendrix. We did have a new bidder, Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson was at $41. And Jared the Jagger, let me know if you want to bid again or if you're out, because Ryan has Led Zeppelin for $41. Colin, there's your U2 1980 to 1990. If anybody else wants one, they're $44.99. Toto, Turn Back, Gold Stamp Promo, has a radio station stamp on the back. Toto was $19.99. And ZZ Top Fandango. ZZ Top Fandango, $34.99. Jared is out on Led Zeppelin, so Ryan has that for $41. Going twice, going 3 times. Yes, Joe Valentine was first on Van Halen. Brian Miller, you were second. If you're looking at your Facebook chat, you're always going to look like you're first. And not only that, we have people watching on YouTube as well. So the Facebook chat definitely don't show all the comments. We have people watching on Facebook, YouTube, and actually you can go watch on Twitter. You just can't comment. We're live on Twitter right now. You just can't go comment. So. Next Japanese auction is ABBA Super Trooper, Near Mint and Pristine, one of their studio albums. Near Mint and Pristine, $25. Tom Sullivan wants another U2, or Tom Sullivan wants a U2. That's so to Tom. I think I've got a few ZZ Top albums here, so please comment which one you want. We have ZZ Top Eliminator, classic album, $34.99, and ZZ Top Tejas. So 3 different ZZ Tops there, all $34.99, and Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. Brothers in Arms. Let's see if it's a Rob Lugwood cut. It is not. Very nice copy, though. $34.99. Money for Nothing. Walk of Life. Dire Straits. Santana Abraxas with the poster. Very nice. With the poster. $34.99. Santana Abraxas. Okay. Final call on Led Zeppelin. Tom Sullivan, I got you down for a U2. Should you see Journey and Toto for $50? Absolutely. That's cheap for a concert. Probably to even get in the building. Kelly LaFotte on ZZ Top Tejas. That's sold to Kelly. Johnny Cash, Greatest Hits Volume 1. 360 Sound, original Columbia label. $24.99. I'm Going to Jackson with Gene Carter. I have listened to that a bunch. Darren Wortman, first to Santana Abraxas with the poster. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits. $34.99. It has the original inner sleeve, no poster though. Nice clean copy though. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits, $34.99. The Guess Who Flavors in shrink wrap and hop sticker contains the hit single Dancin' Fool, $14.99 on the Guess Who Flavors. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, $19.99 in shrink wrap. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Ennio Morricone, Clint Eastwood movie. Ryan Anderson gets the Led Zeppelin for $41. If anybody wants ABBA, it's a $25 buy it now. $25 buy it now on ABBA. Some great deals on these ABBA albums, which there for a while were like super in demand. Susie Breelove first on Johnny Cash. Pam Dickens on Good, Bad, Ugly, GBU. That is sold to Pam. Richard Bedford second, Arthur third. Next Japanese pressing, low start, $20 start on Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. $20 start on Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. Near mint and pristine. Near mint and pristine Japanese vinyl. There is the lyric insert. Nice cover with Obi. Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. $20 start on that. $20 start on Simon & Garfunkel. Let's see what I've got in this other bin. There's a Grateful Dead, a Duran Duran Rio. Trying to find some stuff. I know there was a copy of Rush, self-titled, in shrink wrap from this collection. I don't know if he got it ready tonight. He may have set it in the back because he probably knows I'm going to put that up for auction. I don't think he has it ready for tonight. But we do have a really nice copy of Duran Duran Rio here. I remember looking at this one. Let's go ahead and put this up for auction. Original insert, or excuse me, original inner sleeve with lyrics. Near mint vinyl, and actually a really nice cover. Really nice cover. $25 start on Duran Duran Rio. Paul Brothers wants ABBA for $25. That's sold to Paul Brothers for $25. Back to the crate. Humble Pie Smoking in shrink wrap. $24.99. Humble Pie Smoking. Alan Parsons Project. The Turn of a Friendly Card. $19.99. The Turn of a Friendly Card. Michael Jackson's Thriller. $34.99. Michael Jackson's Thriller. Very nice copy. Original inner sleeve. Co-produced by Michael Jackson. So that's a later press. Of course, they've only made 27 million of them, but nice copy. NXS Shabu Shaba. $34.99 for NXS. $34.99 for NXS Shabu Shaba. Kraftwerk Electric Cafe. Kraftwerk is $49.99. Electric Cafe. $49.99. I skipped a couple. I skipped a Lou Reed that I never had seen before. Lou Reed, I can't stand it. Lou Reed, Take Off, I can't stand it. Never had seen this before. It's a 1979 German pressing. $34.99. Duran Duran, $25, $25, $25. Calvin's at $30. Colin Butler was first on NXS. Kevin Huffman second. Tony Shore third. No, Colin first on NXS. Kevin Huffman second. Tony Shore first on Kraftwerk. Duran Duran is at $32. Mitchell, here's what I'll do. If you want Simon & Garfunkel, I'm going to sell it to you for $25. That was the opening bid, but I'm ready to put something else up because no one else has bid. I'm going to go ahead and lay it over here in the sold pile, because how could you say no to that? David Cordell's at $32 on Duran Duran, now $35, and another $35 bid. Angela Leckington wants HP. I believe that's something that is already sold. Maybe not. Humble Pie. Mitchell gets Simon & Garfunkel for $25, and Angela was HP for Humble Pie. If so, let me know. I've went ahead and set it over there. Guy Clark, Texas Cooking. Wow. $49.99, 1976 Indianapolis Press. It's got a little bit of wear over here on the spine. Gold stamp promo, but that is something we do not get very often. Guy Clark, Texas Cooking, $49.99. The Fraternity of Man, get it on. The Fraternity of Man in shrink wrap, $34.99. The Fraternity of Man, get it on. $34.99. Angela was yes on Humble Pie. Marshall's first to Guy Clark. High bid on Duran Duran is Chris Ferrara. Chris was first at $35. Calvin, you're out. Duran Duran's at $35. The Time. What time is it? $19.99. The Time. And Sade Promise. Sade is $49.99. Hadn't had a copy of that in a while. Very clean, near mint with original inner sleeve. John Wilson first to The Time. A lot of people have been wanting the Time albums lately. Journey Escape in shrink wrap. Journey Escape in shrink wrap. Don't Stop Believing, $19.99. Let's see here. John Wilson first on Time. Tom Sullivan second. Arthur third. Arm Lazelle is the new high bidder on Duran Duran. Arm Lazelle's at $36. Mike Langford Price on DS. DS was Dire Straits. I've got that at $34.99. Calvin Ward was first to Journey. Leslie was second. Moon Martin, Escape from Domination, $19.99. Not Martian, right? Moon Martin, $19.99, Escape from Domination. Elton John's Greatest Hits in shrink wrap, $34.99. Oh my gosh, $34.99. Elton John's Greatest Hits. Heaven, Knocking on Heaven's Door, $19.99. Where's our, looks like metal. $19.99, or at least like hair metal. Ian Hunter, You're Never Alone with a Schizophreniac, $19.99. And Toto 4, classic, Africa. Who can hear it in their head right now? $24.99, Toto 4. Some probably people wish they couldn't hear it in their head. Brian Ligon, Condition of Boston. Nice cover. Vinyl. EX Plus to Near Mint Minus. Original Epic label. Yes, very clean copy. Brian, if you want that, $34.99. Next was Mike, said thanks, no problem. Scott Smith on MM. Moon Martin to Scott Smith. Chip Hall's at 36 on Duran Duran. Greg Preston first on the Elton John's Greatest Hits. Ken Crooker First to Heaven. Ken Crooker First to Heaven. Sade, also really nice. Cover. Very minimal signs of wear. And the vinyl was near mint for sure. Glossy. And original inner sleeve. Joe, $49.99. Dan Triaga, You Were Second on Heaven. All Them Witches title. Give me 1 second on that. Paul Brothers, You Were Third on Heaven. And let's see here. Toto 4, James Rayner on Toto 4. Brian Ligon said Boston sold. And James, we've already sold Toto. Sade was supposed to be on Invoice. This is a completely different record. So that would, if you maybe you thought you got one last week and you may not have. Because this is from some records I just bought 2 days ago. Or two days ago. We did have, we had a new, I'm pretty sure we had a new repress in that Murfreesboro batch, but I can't remember what happened to it. So I know somebody bought it. Doc, I don't remember you claiming it. So Aldo Nova, Fantasy. Well, actually it's self-titled, but it has the hit song Fantasy on it. And Tony Carey, Blue Highway, $14.99. Let's see. Did I pull Boston for Brian? Did I already pull Boston? Yeah, okay. So James was second on Toto. Duran Duran 3840. Joe Valente wants the Sade. Duran Duran 42. Mike McGinnis, we sold a ZZ Top last night. The ZZ Top first album, we sold one of those last night. Tom Sullivan on Tony Carey. Chip Hall on Aldo Nova. James Rayner was second. And we've already sold Aldo Nova. The last record in here is Faust. Faust is $29.99. It's a 2007 Russian pressing. Faust. Very interesting looking. $29.99 for Faust. Let's see. Duran Duran high bid is Aram Lazelle at $42. $42. Ryan Anderson. So, yeah, high bid. We got a nice clean copy of Duran Duran, $42. And Ryan Anderson wants Faust. The Dire Straits was near mint. The Dire Straits was near mint. The Brothers in Arms. Very nice copy. Extremely nice copy. I'm about to sell Duran Duran. Let me find a new Japanese record to put up for auction. We've got one more ABBA album to run. This is ABBA The Visitors. Another studio album of theirs. $25 start. ABBA The Visitors. $25 start. Near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. I'm going to read through these one more time. We do have 3 more bins of new vintage to go through. 3 more bins of new vintage arrivals to go through. So stick with us. It's only 9 o'clock. We're going to be here for a while. You're going to see a lot of great records. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, 4-Way Street, $34.99. Kansas, Point of No Return, $19.99. Men Without Hats is $24.99. Eric Clapton was $34.99 at his best. Linda Ronstadt, Simple Dreams, $9.99. Led Zeppelin was a 71 OG Richmond press, $64.99. Stevie Wonder's Greatest Hits, somebody needs to buy that, and you can thank me later. $24.99. Steve Winwood was $19.99 back in the high life. Count Basie, Have a Nice Day. Count Basie, $9.99. Chuck Mangione is $9.99. Gypsy was $74.99. Julian Lennon, Valette, is $14.99. The Best of B.B. King is still available, $19.99. Toto Turn Back, $19.99. And ZZ Top Fandango, $34.99. Brent McKinney needs the Dire Straits, maybe for a replacement. We'll check on that. We'll set that aside for Brent. Figure that out. Chip Hall wants Stevie Wonder. That's sold to Chip Hall. Brian Miller was second. We do have, I was coming over here to end this, but I think someone just bid. We had Aram Lazelle at 42. Fred, you've bid 37. This is, I've got to sell this because I did a final call. We're at $42 of Arm and that's sold to him because I've got more auctions to put up. That's been up for a while. That's sold to Arm for $42. ABBA, if anybody wants it, that is a $25 buy it now on ABBA the Visitors. ABBA the Visitors. ABBA the Visitors. Yeah, plural. That's a $25 buy it now. Duran Duran is sold to Arm for $42. Count Basie goes to Doc Smith. Sorry if your bid's just coming in. I feel like that was up for a while. Arm got that for $42. And I've got the History of the Grateful Dead. History of the Grateful Dead. $20 start. The History of the Grateful Dead. This is on 1972. It is MGM Records. It's on a subsidiary label called Pride. $20 start on the History of the Grateful Dead. How much was Valette? That was Julian Lennon, $14.99. ZZ Top Eliminator, $34.99. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits, $34.99. The Guess Who Flavors, $14.99. And Shrink Wrap, Alan Parsons, $19.99. Michael Jackson Thriller, that was $34.99. Lou Reed, Take Off, I Can't Stand It, $34.99. The Fraternity of Man, Get It On, $34.99. And Ian Hunter, You're Never Alone with a Schizophreniac, that is $19.99. If anybody wants any questions or claims in there, just go ahead and let me know, and I'll sell those to you. In the meantime, I've got some more new vinyl to show you. I've been through that crate. I've been through this crate. Anybody need a copy of Rush, Fly By Night? Here's some new vinyl. I think there's some pretty new stuff in here, and there's also some stuff that maybe you've never seen before. I'm going to run through these. It's from our ABC order bins. Another big seller this week. We got in stock Rush self-titled for $59.99. Rush self-titled. It comes as a box set. That's the only way it's in production is on that box set. That's $59.99. Let me pull Valette, Julian Lennon for Brian C. And I've got 3 more crates of vintage to go through. Brent McKinney on ME. Can you let me know what that was? And I will pull it for you. Let me set these over here so they're not falling down. He says he needs a Fly By Night. You got it. Fly By Night. Great. We've sold a bunch of these lately. I think I'm down to 1 or 2 copies of Signals. All right. Let's see here. Make sure I got the right crate. I did. High bid on Grateful Dead is $36. Next Japanese pressing is going to be Night Ranger 7 Wishes. Night Ranger 7 Wishes. Near mint pristine Japanese pressing with insert and obi. $25 start on Night Ranger 7 Wishes. We have the Black Crowes Crowology 10th Anniversary Edition on gold vinyl. 10th Anniversary Edition on gold vinyl. $74.99 for the Black Crowes Crowology. The Beach Boys Live in Paris. $33.99. These are all new and sealed. The Beach Boys Sail On Sailor, $59.99. 2 LPs plus 7-inch EP, fully remastered. Holland and Carl and the Passion, So Tough. That is $59.99. Beach Boys, Beach Boys. Bastille, Bad Blood, $34.99 for Bastille, Bad Blood. Bare Naked Ladies, Stunt. Bare Naked Ladies is a music on vinyl, numbered and limited on yellow vinyl. $38.99 for Bare Naked Ladies, Stunt. Badfinger is a live unofficial from Kansas City. 1972 live Badfinger, $44.99. Rock for Light, Bad Brains. Bad Brains is $28.99. Rock for Light, that is Punk Note Edition, $28.99. Bad Brains. Bad Company, live 1979 from Maryland, still running. Unofficial, $36.99 for Bad Company. Bad Brains Quickness, there's another copy of Rock for Light. Bad Brains Quickness is $28.99. There's Bad Brains, Bad Brains. Let me put those together. That one and that one. Blind Melon, self-titled. Music on vinyl press, $38.99 for Blind Melon. Self-titled. Blink 182, Cheshire Cat, $31.99. Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic, $31.99. Colin Butler wants Bad Brains Quickness. That's this one right here. That's sold to Colin Butler. Bill Withers, Greatest Hits. This is a MoFi pressing. New, sealed, numbered, amazing sounding record, $44.99. The Black Crowes, Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. The Black Crowes is $48.99. Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. The Black Crowes 1972 is $28.99. And the Gin Blossoms, live in concert. Purple marbled vinyl. The Gin Blossoms is $29.99. High bid on the Grateful Dead is Alan Totten at $45. Y'all are almost to the sticker price. You're getting there. What we had this originally stickered for. The History of the Grateful Dead, $45, and I'm still looking for a $25 start on Night Ranger before I end it. Carlene wants BM, which was Blind Melon. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Carlene. Blind Melon. Chet Baker, Mr. B, limited and numbered for Music on Vinyl, $38.99. Blue Oyster Cult, Tyranny and Mutation is $44.99. That's a 50th anniversary of 2000 on blue colored vinyl, $44.99. Blue Oyster Cult live at the Rock of Ages Festival, July 30th, 2016, $36.99. The new Bush album on white vinyl with 32-page book. Bush is $36.99. Asia, self-titled, new and sealed, $28.99. And Atomic Rooster, $33.99. Red and gold haze vinyl. Atomic Rooster, $33.99. She does not want Blind Melon. She wants Bruno Mars. Yeah, we're in the ABC order stuff here, so a lot of abbreviations may be confused. We're in a lot of B's and A's, as you can see. Bruno Mars is sold to Carlene Rollins. Michael Nath is at $48 on Dead. Joe Valente has Night Ranger at $25, going twice, going 3 times. James Bragg, you're first on BOC. Let me know if you want Tyranny and Mutation or live, or you can have both. Grateful Dead's now at $50. The Gin Blossoms was live in concert, purple marble vinyl, $29.99. Anook's Hotel New York, $34.99, limited and numbered 500 on magenta colored vinyl. American Hi-Fi, Music on Vinyl, limited and numbered 1,500 on orange vinyl, $38.99. James Bragg wants both BOCs. BOC and BOC to James Bragg. America, Heritage 2, demos and alternate takes from America, 1971 to 1976, $26.99. Eric Self on GB. GB was Gin Blossoms. That's sold to Eric Self. Gin Blossoms sold to Eric Self. The Allman Brothers live at the Fillmore East. There's a new sealed remaster copy, $49.99. It's actually not sealed. Here's how it came in a baggie. They didn't shrink wrap that one. Such a thick packaging. A Perfect Circle, 13th Step. A Perfect Circle is $34.99. Perfect Circle, $34.99. Sherry Darnell wants America. Sherry Darnell on America, Heritage 2. That's sold to Sherry Darnell. Aha, Hunting High and Low. That has their hit song, Take On Me. Take On Me is $31.99. And Atomic Rooster. Atomic Rooster was $33.99. Red and gold haze colored vinyl, $33.99 on Atomic Rooster. I'm going to reset my feed. Not before I look at the bids right quick. Alan Totten's at $50 on the Grateful Dead. That's going twice, going 3 times, the History of the Grateful Dead. And Night Ranger is sold to Joe Valente for $25. I've got some comments that's coming up a lot slower on my phone. I still can see them, but making sure everybody's still out there with me. Everybody send me a test comment. Everybody send a test comment. Facebook, YouTube. Things started acting weird there for a second, so seems like everybody's went to sleep on me. So yeah, everything just got reset. So if I've missed anything, let me know. But yeah, they're popping up now. That was weird for a second. It's like stuff wasn't coming up like it was supposed to. So Alan Totten is the high bidder on the History of Grateful Dead, going twice, going 3 times, $50. Going twice, going 3 times. Going twice, going 3 times. Okay. Thanks everybody for the test comments. Now, let me go to back to the bin. These are all new records. I'm going to go through them one more time after this. Some stuff that we hadn't shown in a long time, and there's a couple new things in here. Arctic Monkeys, $29.99. Arctic Monkeys is $29.99. Avenged Sevenfold, that's on orange vinyl. Avenged Sevenfold self-titled, $36.99. Ace Frehley's Greatest Hits Live, $33.99. Audio Slave is $39.99. Hope everybody has a copy of that before they get gone. Anthrax, The Greater of Two Evils. Anthrax is $36.99. And Albert King with Stevie Ray Vaughan, $34.99. Albert King with Stevie Ray Vaughan, $34.99. John Wilson wants an Audio Slave. 2 left. I've got more on the way. I ordered more last night. After a long battle, the History of the Grateful Dead is sold for exactly what we was going to sticker it for. $50. Alan Totten, History of the Grateful Dead. I'm telling y'all, these auctions, we auction stuff, but they 9 9.5 times out of 10 end up exactly what we'd sticker them for. John Wilson got Audio Slave, even if I start them at $1. Tom Sullivan gets Anthrax. John Wilson got Audio Slave. Sherry wants an Albert King and Stevie Ray Vaughan. And Amy Hutchings wants an Avenged Sevenfold. I'm going to read through these titles one more time. Just tell prices and stuff very quickly. This is from our ABC order section. This was A's and parts of the B's, even though like Gin Blossoms was in the B. I don't know how that happened. But I'm going to do some more probably later tonight, or I'm going to do this so y'all can see some of the back stock we have that don't ever get put in new arrivals. So one more time, Albert King was, let me start from the back actually. We have the Black Crowes Crowology, $74.99. Beach Boys Live in Paris, $33.99. Beach Boys Sell on Sailor, $59.99. 2 copies of Bastille, $34.99. That has their hit song Pompeii on it. Bare Naked Ladies, $38.99. Stunt, Badfinger, $44.99. Bad Brains Rock for Light, $28.99. Bad Company Live, 1979, $36.99. Look at all those great hits. $36.99 on Bad Company. Blind Melon Self-Titled, $38.99. Blink-182, $31.99. Bill Withers Greatest Hits, that's a MoFi pressing, $44.99. Black Crowes, $48. And Black Crowes 1972, $28.99. Chet Baker, $38.99. Bush, The Art of Survival, $36.99. Asia, Atomic Rooster, still available, $33.99. Anouk, American Hi-Fi, the Allman Brothers at the Fillmore, A Perfect Circle, Aha, Arctic Monkeys, Ace Frehley, Audio Slave, and Albert King with Stevie Ray Vaughan. Those are all available if anybody wants them. Let's do another bin of new vintage arrivals. Tanner, I think they just dropped off some food for you. New vintage arrivals, not before I put up a couple of auctions. So the only thing that has not sold tonight in our auction pile, this is ABBA, The Visitors. That's a $25 buy it now. I'll go ahead and mark down Olivia Newton-John to $25 if anybody wants that. That's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Boz Scaggs Moments. That's a $25 buy it now. We showed some of these earlier. I pulled some out of the bins. Billy Squire is $54.99. And then some of here's our best sellers for the week and restocks. Cherry Pie, $44.99. U2 War, $31.99. And Rush, self-titled Rediscovered box set, $59.99. Those are all still available. If anybody wants those, they're all right there. Soundgarden down on the upside. Soundgarden down on the upside came back in stock at the end of last week. We've got more on the ways. Justin Dean, that was Bare Naked Ladies Stunt. Bare Naked Ladies Stunt, music on vinyl, $38.99. Eddie Bruce wants the ABBA for $25. Eddie Bruce gets the ABBA for $25. Was there any more Oasis? There's more on the way, I'm pretty sure, unless they're around here somewhere. Do you need to be on the waiting list for one? If so, confirm that with us and I'll put you down. New crate of vintage arrivals? Not before, right, Tanner? I put up a couple new auctions. We're going to do some stuff at some low starts. Low starts, just to make things fun. Ace Frehley is an official. Yes, Ace Frehley is an official. Okay, Neil Young Reactor, $25 start. Near mint and pristine Japanese pressing, $25 start. The Eagles, Hotel California. Nice copy. Very nice copy. Near mint and pristine Japanese vinyl. No poster with this one, but it has the insert. It has the obi, gatefold, $25 start. $25 start. Eagles, Hotel California, and a $25 start on Neil Young Reactor. Clay Moore wants the Ace Frehley's Live's Greatest Hits. Yeah, it's official. Yeah, Megaforce. Megaforce. That's sold to Clay Moore. Alice Lowry wants the Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Alice, I've got Greatest Hits Volume 1 if you want it as well for $25. Yes, please, also the Vaughn Brothers album. Vaughn Brothers, that's the Analog Productions. I've got you down for sure on that. The Soundgarden is $39.99. There'll be more here tomorrow if anybody wants to go ahead and put their name down for one. We already had 20 copies come in. They were all sold. We did those last night. Neil Young, $25 star. Hotel California is at $28. Joni Mitchell, Court and Spark. We got new killer vintage arrivals here. Joni Mitchell, Court and Spark, $19.99. Gary Wright, The Dream Weaver, $19.99. Jethro Tull Aqua Lung, $19.99 for Jethro Tull Aqua Lung. Nice clean copy. Fog Hat Energized, $14.99 for Fog Hat Energized. James Taylor, Sweet Baby James. Another one. Let's see what label this is on. The green, original label, Sweet Baby James, $24.99. Jethro Tull Thick as a Brick is $19.99. That's the original newspaper cover, $19.99. And Sonny Rollins with a Modern Jazz Quartet with Art Blakey and Kenny Drew, Prestige Hi-Fi. This is a 2010 pressing. I was about to say, boy, if this is original, everybody buckle up. That's a 2010 pressing, $34.99. Put John Wilson down on the Soundgarden wait list. Did I miss that you have Family Style? Yes, we had Analog Productions, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Vaughan Brothers Family Style. Those are 69. They're either 69 or 59. If you want on that wait, excuse me, if you want on that waiting list. Chip Hall on James Taylor. James Bragg first on Aqua Lung. Chip Hall, I've got you down for. Yeah, he might have won Jethro Tull. Let me back up on that one. Chip, you were first to JT. Let me know if that was for James Taylor or Jethro Tull. He put J. Taylor after, so I'm assuming that's what he wanted. Let's go ahead and keep it that way unless he says otherwise. So Chip, or he wants both. Yeah, I don't know. We're about to find out. So Chip, just clarify that. He wants James Taylor. All right, so James Taylor to Chip Hall. That means James Bragg for sure gets Aqua Lung. Mark Cunningham, you get the Sonny Rollins. James Bragg also wants Thick as a Brick. Mia Willis was second on Sonny Rollins. Mark says pass on the Sonny Rollins, so give that to Mia Willis. Eddie Bruce is at 30 on the Eagles. I was waiting for somebody to claim Gary Wright. Goodness gracious. Kelly Gabney finally did. Gary Wright, Dreamweaver. This is amazing. Unbelievable stuff here. That is sold to Kelly. I wish that was in print. New pressings. Jared, you were second on Gary Wright. Doc, you were second on Sonny Rollins. And Alice Lowry and Brent Rabley wants on the Family Style waiting list. Yeah, this is the stuff I got in Old Hickory the day before last. I think. Most of it should be. Okay, if anybody wants Neil Young, $25 buy it now. Neil Young Reactor, $25 buy it now on that. High bid on the Eagles Hotel California. We're just at $30 on this. Eddie Bruce is at $30. With Obi and insert, no poster. The cover's about VG+. The vinyl's near mint and pristine. $30 on the Eagles. B.B. King, Blues and Jazz, $19.99. I've never seen that before. B.B. King. This is who? Spirit. Theater Diamonds. That's Spirit the band, right? Looks like it. $19.99. War, Deliver the Word. War is $24.99. And a very nice copy of Alan Parsons' Project, iRobot, $19.99. Face to Face, Kinks. This is a 1980 Spain pressing, $29.99. The Kinks, Face to Face on the Pie label from Spain, $29.99. Okay, Angela Chesney's going to get the Neil Young for $25. Let's go ahead and pull the Olivia Newton-John from the night before last for $25. So that's sold for $25 to, who got that? $25, that was Alice Lowry. No, yes, Alice Lowry. She got that one and this one, 1 and 2. So yeah, Neil Young was the Angela Chesney for $25. Alice Lowry gets Olivia Volume 1 for $25. Michael Nath first to B.B. King. Doc Smith was second. Final call on the Eagles for $30. Final call on the Eagles. Okay, I think I showed this twice last night. We're definitely going to get it sold now. Near mint and pristine copy of Chicago 16, $1 start. We're going to empty out this bin of Japanese vinyl tonight so we can have some new stuff for tomorrow. There's some new stuff I hadn't shown yet, but let's go ahead and empty this one out. Chicago is a $1 start. The Best of Spirit, I Got a Line on You, $19.99. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, Bob Dylan soundtrack, $34.99. The Jeff Beck Group, self-titled, $19.99. Jeff Beck Group, self-titled. And another copy of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. This is actually a 4-digit pressing, $34.99 on Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Deja Vu, $34.99. Chicago 51711. The Kinks, Spirit, Bob Dylan, Jeff Beck, Paul Simon, self-titled in shrink wrap, $19.99. And Robert Plant, The Principle of Moments. Robert Plant, The Principle of Moments. That is $19.99. Stan Getz, Captain Marvel, Stan Getz, Captain Marvel, $24.99. The Best of the Guess Who. This has the poster with it. Very cool. The Best of the Guess Who, $24.99. Original label with poster, $24.99. The Eagles is sold to Eddie Bruce for $30. High bid on Chicago is $20 with Ron Stoltz. Ron has Chicago for $20. Going once, going twice. Yes. Wings at the Speed of Sound. This cover has some wear. So does the Obi. Definitely has some aging to it, some discoloration. As you can see. No condition notes on the vinyl. There's the insert. There's the original inner sleeve. The vinyl is fine though. I mean, not a mark on it. $1 start. $1 start. There's the near mint vinyl. There's the insert. There's the inner sleeve. There's the insert. And as you can see, this cover and the inserts have quite a bit of discoloration on them. Wings is a $1 start at the Speed of Sound with Obi. $1 start on that. The Who and the Guess Who are not related. The Guess Who is from Canada. The Who is from the UK. Different bands. Toto Hydra, $19.99. Toto Hydra, really nice copy. Toto, $19.99. Bruce Hornsby and the Range, that's an R, not a W. The Range is $24.99. That's just the way it is. Isaac Hayes, Hot Buttered Soul, with a hop sticker right on the middle of his forehead. This is a 1969 Terre Haute press, $29.99. $29.99. Chip Hall wants Bruce Hornsby. Final call in Chicago. James Bragg has that for $22. We had a new bidder. Wings 5, 7, now 10. Black Oak, Arkansas. High on the Hog. Black Oak, Arkansas. High on the Hog. Original Atco pressing. Very nice. $19.99 for Black Oak, Arkansas. Cheech and Chong is a 1972 Pittman press with the rolling paper. You can still smoke this one up. $34.99. Big Bamboo, Cheech and Chong, $34.99. Fleetwood Mac, self-titled album, a classic, $34.99. Fleetwood Mac self-titled. OG, Foreigner 4 is in shrink wrap, $19.99. Foreigner 4, original inner sleeve, in shrink wrap, $19.99. Let's see here. We got Chip Hall, got Bruce Hornsby. Kelly LaFotte was second. Wings 16. Ron's out on Chicago. Wings 15. James Bragg first to Cheech and Chong. Brian C. wants Black Oak, Arkansas. John Wilson wants Foreigner 4. Jared was second. Chicago 16 is sold to James Bragg for $22. $22. High bid on Wings is $15 with Brian Miller. Frampton Comes Alive. Somebody was asking for one of those last night. $29.99. Foreigner Head Games in shrink wrap. Very nice copy. $19.99. Peter Frampton. This one's called Where Should I Be? Where Should I Be? In shrink wrap. $19.99. Steely Dan Asia. $29.99. $29. This is the AA. I got to look that back up. Which matrix? There's a really good cut of this record. That is a nice. It's got some tape. That somebody taped down the spine or the what am I trying to say? Where it probably come unglued. But vinyl's very nice. $29.99. James Taylor JT, $14.99. And Fleetwood Mac Rumors in shrink wrap. This is a Super Savers reissue, $34.99. Wings is sold for $15 to Brian Miller. Brian, you had the high bid. I just seen where Brian said out. Brian, I've got you as the high bidder on that at $15. Unless somebody else bid and I can't see it. I've got that sold to you for $15. And Ron, Peter Frampton Comes Alive was $29.99. Double with a Q106 FM sticker. Must have been a giveaway record. $14.99 on Double. Blue. Delusion by Loudness, $24.99. Loudness, Music for Nations, $24.99. And Moody Blues, Caught Live plus 5. The Moody Blues is $19.99. Double. Oh, is that how you say that? Double. Wow. Not double. That's amazing, isn't it, Tanner? Okay, I've got 2 more Japanese pressings to run. These are both going to be $1 starts. The Rocky Original Motion Picture Score. Rocky Original Motion Picture Score. Same thing with this one. Near mint and pristine vinyl. Near mint and pristine vinyl. This has the 2-page flip with it. The cover, not bad. It does have some, you can see some of the discoloration in the white part of the Rocky there. There's the Obi. That's now up for bid. Greg Stone's at $5. That's up for bid. And we have the Santana, which is, I don't know how to actually say this, Divadip, Carlos Santana, Oneness, and that's called Silver Dreams Golden Reality. Japanese pressing, actually really nice, just a $1 start. Gatefold, that sounded crisp. Did you hear that? Hadn't been opened too many times. There's the cover with Obi. There's the original inner sleeve. This is a nice copy. Very nice copy. Not much wrong with this one. It is near mint. Santana, Carlos Santana, $1 start. Yeah, very nice copy. $1 start on that. I thought Gary said 16. Let me figure out who Gary is. If somebody, Gary. I don't know a Gary. I'm not for sure. If was anybody else bidding on that copy of Wings? If not, it's sold to Brian Miller for 15. Rocky 5589, Santana 5585. Chip Hall first. Rich Russo wants the Robert Plant from earlier. Rich Russo is going to grab the Robert Plant from earlier. Principle of Moments. That's sold to Rich Russo. Bachman Turner Overdrive 2, $14.99. Boston. Don't Look Back. Boston's $34.99. Humble Pie Eat It. Humble Pie has the booklet with it. $29.99. The Best of Leon. Leon Russell, $19.99. Heart, Little Queen. Heart is $19.99. Not all the comments are coming through. Evidently, because one thing, I feel like we would have sold already some stuff in here. Second of all, I can't see everything, so I'm not for sure what's going on. It's not coming through the restream. You might come through on Facebook, so Gary Samuels bid on it. I can't see that. Can you, Tanner? If they are, they're coming in very late. Santana 14, Santana 15, Santana 15. Michael Nath first on Heart. Santana 20. Dan Triaga second on Heart. Gary says Brian can have it. Okay, so Brian, you get that. Gary, I never did see your bid whatsoever. Rocky's at 11. Chip Hall was third on Heart. Clay Moore first on Loudness. Santana 25, now 23. Rocky's at 12, and James is out on Santana. What you see is what you get. The Dramatics from 1971, $49.99. That's on the Volt label. The Dramatics, very cool. On the Volt label, $49.99. What you see is what you get. Gatefold from 1971. Fog Hat, self-titled, $14.99. That's their debut album. Loose Gravel, 1982 French pressing. $19.99. Loose Gravel. Not for sure about that. Just One More Good Time. Uncle Willard. Sealed from 1972. $24.99. And Amazing Rhythm Aces. $14.99. The Moody Blues, To Our Children's Children. $14.99. And the Moody Blues, Every Good Boy Deserves Favor. Really nice copy. $24.99. Update on our auctions. We've got Joey Garland, the high bidder on Santana, for $25. That's a near mint pristine Japanese pressing. $25. High bid on the Rocky. I've got Greg Stone at 12 unless somebody else has bid again. Jocko is at 15. So 15 on Rocky. Greg's now out. Gary's out on Santana, so I'm about to end both of those. I'm just going to read through these titles one more time. Brian C. wants the Fog Hat. If you want prices, let me know, especially if maybe I missed some of your comments earlier because I could not see them. So just reading titles. If you want to bid on these auctions, now is the time. Now's the time. Let me read through these. Let me keep reading through these. We've got, if you need prices, let me know. Joni Mitchell, Court and Spark. Fog Hat Energized. Spirit, War, Deliver the Word. Alan Parsons Project. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Face to Face, The Kinks, The Best of Spirit. Bob Dylan, Pat Garrett, Jeff Beck. Paul Simon, Stan Getz, The Best of the Guess Who, Gatefold OG with poster. Toto, Isaac Hayes was $29.99, and this was a 69 Terre Haute. 69 Terre Haute, very clean copy. Ryan, that is $29.99. So Santana's got some new bids. Joey Garland is still the high bidder, though, at 27, and Rocky is now at 17. Rocky's at 17, and Santana's at 27. Fleetwood Mac is still available. Frampton Comes Alive, Foreigner Head Games and Shrink Wrap, Peter Frampton. Steely Dan Aja, James Taylor JT, Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Dublé, I found that hard to believe. Moody Blues, Caught Live, Bachman Turner Overdrive, Boston, Don't Look Back, Humble Pie, Eat It, The Best of Leon Russell, The Dramatics, Loose Gravel, Uncle Willard, Amazing Rhythm Aces, Moody Blues, and Moody Blues. Jared DeJagger wants Foghat. I think the only one in here was Energized, isn't it? Foghat, that's Foreigner. Don't want to get those mixed up. I think it was Energized, right? Is that right, Jared? Foghat, Energized. So Brent Rabley's the new high bidder on Santana at 28. Joey, you're back out. And we got a new high bid on Rocky at 20 with Jocko Belli, Dante. So 20 on Rocky now and 28. The Boston was Don't Look Back, $34.99. Very nice copy, gatefold. Don't Look Back. Every pressing of this I've listened to, they sound amazing, especially the way Don't Look Back comes on. Just that guitar fires up. Fantastic. Anybody else? I'm going to do a little bit of crate condensing, so these will be all put together when we go back through these later. Fred's out on Santana. I got 2 more crates of vintage. I've got to step to the office and get them. We're probably going to go through those before we take a break. Not before I go through some new vinyl first. Let me condense some stuff here from that last crate. The Boston Self-Titled is already sold. We've already sold Boston Self-Titled. Brian Ligon got that, best of my memory. Foghat went to, that was claimed earlier. Jared got that one. The other Foghat went to Brian C., the one in your right hand. Yeah, that goes to Brian C. Santana's now at 35. Rocky's back in at 22, or still at 22. That was 2 condensed crates. There's the crate of recap stuff I went through. Let me see here. There's new vinyl. We've got, there's vintage from earlier. Is that all that's left? Wow. Sold a lot of records. I guess I condensed those 2. So yeah. There's that one, that one. Is there another crate somewhere? I guess not. Wow. Alan Parsons, iRobot was $19.99. Yeah, Brian C. got Foghat Self-Titled. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, there was 2 Foghats. So Jared doesn't want Energized. He said, I thought there was a Self-Titled. No, I've got you down for Energized. Brian C. already got Foghat Self-Titled. I'm assuming that's what Brian C. wanted. So if you don't want Energized, let me know so I can put that back. Chip Hall wants iRobot. That's only if David Chilcote passes. Usually something sells after somebody else asks about it. It happens every time. Okay, let me step back there and get those other 2 crates of new vintage arrivals from last night. So give me 30 seconds. We'll probably go till 10:30 and then take a break. So I've got plenty of time to go through that and new vinyl and some other stuff I wanted to show you. Let me do that right now. Yeah, 2 more crates of vintage. This is the stuff we never did touch last night. So some great titles in here. Let's go ahead and go through these. Jared does not want Energizer. David Chilcote, let me know if you want that copy of iRobot. If not, I'll just put it in here. That'll be the first record in this crate. And let me find iRobot for somebody. That was in this crate I just condensed. Somebody's going to get it. There it is. Chip Hall, I believe. That's only if David Chilcote says he doesn't want it. David Chilcote does want it. Okay, we had an EX copy last night too. Chip Hall, if you want me to find that EX copy, it was $17.99. Okay. Brent Rabley, let me know if you're in or out on Santana. Joey Garland has that for $38. If you say out, I'm going to sell it to him. There was no other bids on Rocky, so sell that to Arthur Maldondo for $22. Rocky is sold for $22. And Santana's on its final call. I've got a couple more Japanese auctions to clearance. Not Wham! I'll just hold on to that. And not the Beatles. I'm holding that for when we do our Beatles bin. Let's do the Beach Boys in concert. $15 start. The Beach Boys in concert. Brent is back in on Santana. Brent's back in on Santana. The Beach Boys in concert, the vinyl is near mint and pristine. It does have a Japanese insert, and the cover has like a mark right here, like almost an indent, and it's got a little bit of a crease right here. Obi, overall nice, no like major discoloration or anything. That's just a $15 start on that. Justin Dean wants the Boston Don't Look Back if it's still available. It is. Justin, if you're a first-time buyer with us, let me know. I know you commented earlier, but I don't think I've sold to you before. So if you're a first-time buyer, here's how things work. We're going to send you an invoice via email on Monday. But what you need to do is you've got to send us a message with your information, your shipping address, your email. We're going to have another show tomorrow, Thursday, and then another show on Saturday where we're going to do the same thing again. Saturday should be a great show because we'll have a lot of vintage stuff from 2 nights. We'll have a long, detailed show Saturday night, so hope you can tune in. And then Thursday, tomorrow, we always have a ton of new vinyl, and I'm going to work on some more stuff tonight as well. So that's sold to you. Thank you. And Santana, Joey's out. That's sold to Brent Rabley for $39. If anybody wants to get the Beach Boys started, Japanese press, $15 start. New vintage arrivals. We have Fog Hat Energized, $14.99. Jackson Brown running on empty, $14.99. This is $14.99. Original inner sleeve and the booklet. Jackson Brown, $14.99. There's another copy of the Yes album. If you missed out on the one earlier, $19.99. Very clean copy. Near mint on that one. That was very nice. Cover and everything. And Yes Fragile. Yes Fragile, $19.99. Yes Fragile. Let me get these kicked around so they'll stay up. Chip Hall first on Jackson Brown. CDs and cassettes. That's coming soon. Mountain Climbing, Mississippi Queen, $24.99. Mountain Avalanche, $24.99. Mountain Avalanche, $24.99. Poco, picking up the pieces. Poco is $9.99. Poco, picking up the pieces. No Turning Back, the DeGarmo and Key Band. No Turning Back, $19.99. Scott J. first on Yes, and he wants the Yes album. That leaves behind Fragile, if anybody wants that. Patrick Gleason, Star Wars. Selections from the film performed on the world's most advanced synthesizer. Patrick Gleason, $19.99. The Wiz with poster and booklet. The Wiz is $34.99. The La Jazz Grand, Michael LeGrand and Co. This is a MoFi pressing. $49.99 from 1979, MoFi pressing. Chick Corea and Return to Forever, Light as a Feather, $19.99. Dave Mason, $9.99. It has an original backstage pass stuck to the cover, which is not a bad thing, I guess. That's from a Mid-South concert, Kenny Loggins and Dave Mason, Memphis, Tennessee, October 13th, 1977. Someone stuck their backstage pass on there. It's a promo copy. The label isn't a promo, but it's on the cover. That's a $9.99. James Ingram, It's Your Night. This is a Quiet pressing, $14.99. James Ingram. And Frank Zappa with the London Symphony Orchestra, $44.99. Frank Zappa. Dan Fogelberg, The Innocent Age, $14.99 for Dan Fogelberg. And Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz is a 2011 pressing. 2011 pressing, 180-gram vinyl, $29.99. If anybody wants the Beach Boys, it's a $15 buy it now. The Beach Boys is a $15 buy it now. Wow. Beach Boys, $15 buy it now if anybody wants that. John Ambrosic, first on Dave Mason. John Ambrosic, first to Dave Mason. Sean Fairweather gets the Beach Boys for $15. John Ambrosic was second. Steve Bosworth was first. Third. Who do we have here? Linda Ferrante. Tune Up the Hits in shrink wrap. Looks like one of those dance aerobic records. $9.99. Don Ellis at the Fillmore. $19.99. Don Ellis at the Fillmore. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Nuclear Blues. $19.99. Mother's Finest. $14.99 for Mother's Finest. Mother's Finest Mother Factor. That is $14.99. And Mother's Finest, Another Mother Further. 3 Mother's Finest, all $14.99. A fourth one, Mother's Finest Iron Age, $14.99. Mose Allison, Middle Class White Boy, $14.99. And Chick Corea, Secret Agent, $14.99. Steve Botsford, you're first to Mother's Finest. Let me know if you want Iron Age, Another Mother for You, and Mother Factor, or I guess that's self-titled. Or you can have all 4 of them, which is what I prefer. The Dave Brubeck Quartet plays music from West Side Story, $19.99. Everything's coming up roses. Count Basie, $9.99. Angela Bofield, Angie, $9.99. Here's Johnny, Magic Moments from the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, $19.99. Pablo, Today. That's not Pablo Cruz. That's Count Basie, On the Road. This is pressed in 1980 on red vinyl. Red vinyl, 1999. Red vinyl, 1980. Quarter Flash, Take Another Picture, $9.99. And Joy Division, Closer. This is a 2007 pressing, $49.99. Steve's going to let us know which Mother's Finest he wants. Whatever he doesn't want, they're going to be sold to James Bragg. So those are all sold to somebody. Doc Smith was first to Count Basie. Boy, you were fast on that. Oh, wait a minute, there's two. I showed that one earlier, so I'm assuming that's the one you want, Doc Smith. Let me know if that's right. Let me know if that's right. So that's sold to Doc. And then Doc, if you want that one, you can have it as well. Fred Carnell on Joy Division. That's sold to Fred Carnell. Steve wants Mother's Finest, Another Mother. I'll put that one on the bottom, Tanner. And then the other three goes to James Bragg. Doc Smith wanted the roses. That's the one I got pulled for you. No Elvis Japanese tonight. Deep Purple, made in Japan. That's a 2014 press, $39.99. Let me see what I do have left in the Japanese bin. We've got Jay Giles and John Lennon. Let's put these. Well, let me save John Lennon's for. I know I have more of those for the whenever I do the Japanese or the Beatles. I'm going to do that soon, either tomorrow or we're going to bundle a bunch of Beatles stuff together, markdowns, and we've got enough for a lot. So, Jay Giles Sanctuary, $15 start. $15 start, near mint and pristine Obi vinyl cover inserts. Was there a Zappa? Yes, there was a Zappa with the London Symphony Orchestra. That is still available. Frank Zappa is $44.99. A Comedy Spectacular, 1941. $19.99 for a Comedy Spectacular. Camel. Who's been looking for these? Camel Breathless, $14.99. There's somebody who wants Camel records, and if they're watching, I was supposed to hold these for them. I don't even know. I mean, he's been asking for months. Who's our Camel buyer? A Love Supreme, John Coltrane, $39.99. A Love Supreme, John Coltrane. Here we go. This is Death, Dark Throne, Transylvanian Hunger, $34.99. We're going to mark down Stephen Chesney on Camel. Stephen, were you the one who was asking for the Camel records? And maybe I'm confusing that with another band. You're on Coltrane, Mark Cunningham. The Coltrane was from 2009. 2009. Limited edition. Well, I wish I had a promo copy, an OG promo copy of that album in this kind of condition. Mark, if you don't want that, it's sold to James Bragg. Sean Fairweather on Dark Throne. That's sold to Sean Fairweather. Kelly, you were second. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, $39.99. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, $39.99. This is a 2010 pressing. 2010 pressing. Creamed Israeli Gears is a 2007 Europe pressing, $29.99. Creamed Israeli Gears, $29.99. 2007 pressing of that. And Ian Hunter Live, $29.99. $29.99. Ian Hunter Live. I didn't know we could hold albums. You can't unless you make an extreme effort and like ask me every show, every night. It's like the person who was looking for, who was it? The Pure Prairie League Amy record that time. They asked every night, every sale, and we get it quite often. And I'm like, okay, next time one comes in, I won't make you wait. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, we don't hold Rush albums for people. But if it's something obscure, or if it's something not really obscure, if it's something common, but we just don't have it at the moment, and you ask like 50 times a show, then maybe I might hold it for you. Chris Farrar wants MD. That's Miles Davis. Mark Cunningham says Doc, I'll take it. And Mark Cunningham wants the Coltrane. So that doesn't go to James Bragg. That goes to Mark Cunningham. So, yeah, that's kind of my special rules. I tell people, like, they're like, do you got any, who's somebody? AC/DC. And I'm like, no. You'll have to watch our shows. And they'll pop up. Same thing for Kiss, like Jeff just asked. Kiss is another thing. We get them in. We're going to put them up for auction. Hopefully you're watching. If not, we do this 6 times a week. We have plenty of Kiss. J. Giles Sanctuary. Who wants it for $15? $15. James Bragg says he thinks he was first on Miles Davis. He was. Miles Davis to James Bragg. Oh, hold on a second. Mark says, I'll pass on Love Supreme. And then he says, Doc, I'll take it. Did I miss something else in here? What was... yeah, James Bragg got John Coltrane and Miles Davis. Yeah, he got both of those. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, James Bragg got both of the jazz records. Yeah, here's Miles Davis. You should have John Coltrane. Yeah. Scott Smith takes a J. Giles for $15. And let me read through these titles one more time. Sorry about that confusion. I don't think I have a lot more to put up for auction right now unless I pull something out of a random bin from... let me find something from a random bin and just throw it up for auction. See what happens. Low start. We have a Bob Seger. We have a Bob Seger Night Moves and a Kiss Lick It Up. There you go. There we go. There's 2 good auctions. Bob Seger Night Moves. $10 start. No condition notes. Nice cover. Original inner sleeve with lyrics. Rock and Roll Never Forgets. That's the original label. $10 start on Bob Seger Night Moves. Kiss, Lick It Up. VG Plus condition. Original inner sleeve. Mercury. $10 start on Kiss, Lick It Up. VG Plus on that one. VG Plus, Seegers, Near Mint. Those are now up for bid. Here's what's left in this bin. Fog Hat. Yes, Fragile. If you want prices, let me know. I've got a whole nother crate to go through. Mountain Climbing. Mountain Avalanche. Poco, Picking Up the Pieces. The DeGarmo and Key Band. Patrick Gleason, Star Wars. The Wiz. The Jazz Grand. Michael LeGrand. That's a MoFi pressing. Chick Corea. James Ingram. London Symphony Orchestra. Dan Fogelberg. Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz. This is the... Craig gave me the phonics for that earlier, but you get the point, $9.99. Don Ellis at the Fillmore, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Mose Allison, Chick Corea. Dave Brubeck, Angela Bofield, Johnny Carson, Count Basie, Red Vinyl, Quarter Flash. Deep Purple, A Comedy Spectacular, 1941. Cream, Disraeli Gears, and Ian Hunter Live. We got Bob Seger 10, then 12, Kiss 10, Kiss 11, Bob Seger 15, Kiss 15, Ozzy 20. Ozzy was $29.99. Everything in here is sticker price. We can talk about other prices a little bit later tonight when we go back through all these. 29, and that is a 2011 press. The DeGarmo and Key Band was called No Turning Back. That's a 2LP live, $19.99, Grant Peltzer. And Kiss is at 15. Bob Seger's at 15. Allison Campbell 15. Kiss is at 15. Derek, we've already sold J. Giles. If you wanted the Japanese press, that is already sold. That is already sold. Okay, I do have another crate of new arrivals. I got to go get them in the office, which used to be an office. Now it's a storage room. $15 or 15 seconds, not $15. 15 seconds. Okay. More metal. You never know. Kiss is now at 17. Let me pull these price stickers off this. No problem. The 1941 should be the John Belushi soundtrack, yes. Kiss is at 17. So we got a new bid on Kiss. That means we're on our final call on Seeger Night Moves. Seeger Night Moves is at 15 with Allison Campbell. Very nice copy. Let's see. Station identification. Yeah, this is the CollectCo Broadcasting Channel Network. The Searchers Greatest Hits, $14.99. It actually don't have a price on the back, but it looks like a $14.99 record to me. Searchers Greatest Hits, $14.99. Van Morrison, Common One. Van Morrison is $34.99. Common One is $34.99. Van Morrison, Common One. These are new vintage arrivals I have not shown before. On Land, Ambient 4, Brian Eno, $54.99. 1982, Brian Eno, Ambient 4. Poco Crazy Eyes, $9.99. The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band is $39.99. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Jeffrey Osborne, Don't Stop, $9.99. Robert Plant, The Principle of Moments, $19.99. We've already sold one of those tonight. The Pointer Sisters, Contact, $9.99. Melissa Manchester, Mathematics. Melissa Manchester, Gold Stamp Promo, $9.99. Cool and the Gang, In the Heart. Cool and the Gang is $14.99. Gary Moore, Corridor of Power. Gary Moore is $19.99. Kiss 19, Seeger 22, Seeger 16, Kiss 20, Kiss 21, Bob Seeger 25. So Allison Campbell has Bob Seeger at 25. Chris DiLorenzo's at 21 on Kiss. Pure Perry League live, taking the stage, $24.99. Southside Johnny and the Asbury Dukes. That is $14.99. I Don't Want to Go Home is the name of that one. David's out on Seeger. The Turtles, More Golden Greats, $14.99. The Turtles. Rainbow on Stage, a 1977 German press in $34.99 with the Hype sticker. Live, specially priced 2-record set featuring Richie Blackmore, Ronnie James Dio, and Cozy Powell, $34.99. Jeff is out on Kiss. David's out on Seeger. That's a final call. What are you thinking, Tanner? Tanner's iPad died, so he's got to pay really close attention. James Bragg gets the Rainbow. That's so did James Bragg. Jocko Belly, you were second. Moody Blues, To Our Children's Children's Children, $14.99. Rich is back in on Kiss at 22. Moody Blues, Caught Live Plus 5 is $19.99. Rick James Band, Come Get It. Rick James and the Stone City Band. That is $19.99 for Rick James. Chicago, New Gold Disc. This is a Philippines press. That's a Chicago Hits comp. Does anybody really know what time it is? Make Me Smile, $14.99. We got new bids on Bob Seeger, too. James Bragg's at $27. Rich Russo's at $22 on Kiss. Chris is out on Kiss. Deep Purple, Who Do They Think We Are? $26.99 on Deep Purple. Who Do They Think We Are? That's a near mint copy. It's a repress label, though. Roadie soundtrack, or yeah, it's a soundtrack. Really good music on this. Alice Cooper, Blondie, Cheap Trick, Styx, Hank Williams Jr., Pat Benatar, Jay Ferguson, $24.99. The Hastings Sampler with Emmylou Harris, George Benson, and Eric Carmen. This is a Hastings Sampler from 1985 for in-store play only. Also, John Fogerty's on here, Heavenly Body soundtrack, and Kashmir. That's $19.99. Allison's back in on Seeger at 28. That's a final call then on Kiss at 22. Price on Van Morrison is $34.99. David Cordell wants the Roadie soundtrack. Deep Purple Machine Head. This is sealed. Rhino vinyl, unopened from 2006. $44.99. New sealed Machine Head. Flogging Molly. Drunken Lullabies. 2015 red vinyl. $34.99 on Flogging Molly. Booker T and the MGs. I've never seen this one. Universal Language, Gold Stamp promo, and a white label promo. Booker T and the MGs. I want to check that one out. It don't feel quite. It looks like it has a lot. I might have a light dish warp to it, that Booker T. I'll check on that, though, if somebody buys it. $19.99. Southside Johnny, Hearts of Stone, $14.99. That's a promo copy, too. I know where these came from. This is from that Arkansas collection. All these promo copies, and there were some of these new copies he had. This is definitely from that. That's been a while back, hasn't it? That was back in January. So these have been in the back. They've got buried. We bring in new collections, and then stuff gets buried. That's what's going on here. So Jared the Jagger on the deep purple. Jared, I'm assuming you want that sealed copy of Machine Head. Jeff McMaster on Flogging Molly. And Alice Lauer was second. Tony wants Booker. He says he'll pass. If anybody does want that, I'll check it. The hardest thing for us, the easiest thing for us to overlook is warps, especially very light ones. When John is cleaning these, he's trying to price hundreds of records every day. But sometimes you can pull one out and just the way the light hits it, the light, it kind of bends almost. And it's like, you can tell it's not perfectly flat sometimes. That's how I check them at initial. Bob Seger is sold to Allison Campbell for $28. Bob Seger is sold to Allison Campbell for $28. And Kiss Lick It Up is sold to Rich Russo for $22. $22 and $28 on those. Let me grab a couple new auctions. I'm just pulling stuff out of bins at this point. Let me do this copy of, let's see here. Let's see. Has I got the poster with it? We might put this up and let's see what else we got here. I usually do pretty good titles that just got left behind. Is that sealed? Yeah, we'll do it anyway. Okay. The Rolling Stones Emotional Rescue. The Rolling Stones Emotional Rescue. This is got not a poster with it. That's what I was looking for. Nice copy, though. Definitely near mint. The Rolling Stones Emotional Rescue. This is going to be a $10 start. The Rolling Stones Emotional Rescue. And we've got Elvis, a Legendary Performer, Volume 3. Legendary Performer, Volume 3 picture disc. And this is music. This is an interview. This is 8 previously unreleased performances and an interview with the Colonel, Colonel Tom Parker. If you've seen that movie, you know all about that. $10 start on that. Actually, a $1 start. $1 start on Elvis. How about that, Tanner? $1 start. $1 start on Elvis. Rolling Stones, now at $15. Edwin Starr, Happy Radio. That's a cool cover. Edwin Starr, $24.99. Happy Radio. Edwin Starr. James Gang, 16's Greatest Hits. James Gang is $29.99. Joni Mitchell, Ladies of the Canyon, $19.99. Jackson Brown, Hold Out, $14.99 for Jackson Brown. George Harrison, All Things Must Pass, $49.99. George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. Triple LP. Let me see what label it's on. With the poster, that's another thing. With the poster, it's an Apple pressing. It is an Apple pressing. Triple LP box, of course. George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. So what happened here? We had Rolling Stones 12, 10, then 15. Elvis 515. Nick Todd first on the James Gang. Nick Todd first on the James Gang. Rolling Stones 18. Sherry Darnell wants All Things Must Pass. James Bragg on Joni Mitchell. Rolling Stones is now at 20. Elvis is at 10. Rolling Stones 21. Lou Reed box set. This is $45.99. It's a 1976 French box set with the bonus 7-inch that came with it. Lou Reed, $45.99. Walk on the Wild Side. Vicious, Berlin. Ride, Sally, Ride. Rock and Roll. Satellites of Love. Heroin, $45.99. That's the Lou Reed box set. I've never seen that before. It's from France. Elvis is at $15 with Walter Savage. Walter Savage was first at $15. The Rolling Stones is at $23 with John Wilson. Let me read through these titles one more time. The Searchers, Greatest Hits. If you want prices, let me know. Van Morrison, Common One. If you need prices, just let me know. Brian Eno, Ambient 4. Poco, Crazy Eyes. Nitty Gritty, Dirt Band. We have Jeffrey Osborne, Don't Stop. Robert Plant, The Principle of Moments. Pointer Sisters, Contact. Melissa Manchester, Cool and the Gang in the Heart. Gary Moore, Corridor Power. Pure Prairie League, Live Taking the Stage. Southside Johnny. The Turtles, More Golden Hits. The Moody Blues Cult Live. Fred Carnell does want the Lou Reed box set. That's sold to Fred Carnell. Elvis is at $18 with Susie Breedlove. Legendary Performer. Elvis is at $18. And the Rolling Stones, couldn't spit that out. The Rolling Stones is at $23 with John Wilson. $23 of John Wilson. Elvis 16, Elvis 18, Poco price and condition. That was Poco Crazy Eyes. Well, so far the cover looks amazing. So is the vinyl. It does have a couple scuffs on it. This is more of the EX Plus than Near Mint Minus. Has a scuff there and there. Original Epic label, $9.99. These are all non-check condition. These are all EX Plus to Near Mint Minus. Everything in here. Elvis 19, Elvis 20. Robert Plant, Principle of Moments. I think it was $19.99. It is. This has two of his major solo hits, Big Log and I'm in the Mood for a Melody. I'm in the Mood for a Melody, $19.99. Who asked that? Gary Samuels. Final Call on Rolling Stones. I'm about to sell that. Rick James, Stone City Band. Rick James is $19.99. Chicago, New Go Disc. Surprised no one's got that. That's a Chicago Hits comp from the Philippines. $14.99. Deep Purple. Who Do They Think We Are? Very clean copy. It's a repress, $26.99. The Hastings Sampler. That's a Hastings promo sampler, $19.99. Southside Johnny is still available. So is Booker T, Edwin Starr, and Jackson Brown. Steve Botsford said he'll take the Poco if Rich Group passes. Rich, just let me know on the Poco. It's yours. If not, Steve Botsford. Walter Savage is at 30 on Elvis. Going twice, going three times. If everybody's done bidding, let me know. Dennis, Susie. But we can go ahead and sell James Bragg RP, which is RP, not Jackson Brown or Edward Starr, Booker T. RP was Robert Plant. We'll make sure Walter Savage or Gary Samuels doesn't want that. If Gary Samuels passes, that's sold to James Bragg. The Stones is sold, though. The Rolling Stones is sold to John Wilson for $23. High bid on Elvis is Walter Savage for $30. Somebody asked a track listing. Hound Dog, excerpts from Interview, Danny, Fame and Fortune, Frankfurt Special, Britches, Crying in the Chapel, Surrender, Guadalajara. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. It Hurts Me, Let Yourself Go, In the Ghetto. That's a good one. Let It Be Me. Gary passes, so that does go to James Bragg. Final call on that for $30. Haven't seen anybody say out, though. Does anybody want any prices on anything in here? So what we're going to do, like I did last night, let me start doing a few recaps. And I do have some more stuff to show you, so let me do that now. Let me condense a couple of these bins together. Brian's out on Elvis. Put these in here. And these in here. Hey, look, an empty bin. Do that right there. Let me put these in here. Some people probably just recently got on. If so, I'm going to show you some of the very first new vinyl we did. Here's the schedule for the rest of the night. We're going to pause here pretty soon, close to 10:30. We'll be back at 11. We'll show some stuff on sale like we did last night. We'll put up some new auctions like we are right now, discounted starts, get some things sold. And then we'll go back through some of the vintage from tonight. Buy it now, best offer. I do not have any De La Soul. I do not have any De La Soul. We are waiting for the restock of that to come back in. Elvis is sold to Walter Savage for $30. That's sold to Walter Savage for $30. Let me see what else I got over here we can put up for auction. Let's do this really nice copy of Steppenwolf 7. Look, more Beatles. There's more John Lennon. I'm trying to get all that together. I'm going to try to flip through everything I can tonight so I can get all that Beatles stuff together. It's going to be a cool night when we do that. Yeah, Cherry Pie. We'll start our recap with this right here. Definitely the biggest seller we'll have this week is a new repress and restock of Cherry Pie from Music on Vinyl. This is numbered of 3,000 on cherry red vinyl, even though it looks a little pink. Those are $44.99. And let's see. Yeah, let's put up Boz Scaggs first. Let me see what's left over here. So yeah, there's Cherry Pies. We got a bunch of those. U2, what you're about to see here in a second, is $31.99. And then Rush is $59.99. I've got several of those. U2, War, that's a surprise restock for tonight. Billy Squier is $54.99. And then cherry pie, $44.99. That's some of the just random stuff we got laying over here. Let's put up 3 auctions. Boz Scaggs Moments, $10 start. Near mint and pristine Japanese pressing, $10 start on Boz Scaggs. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits, $10 start. Clean copy. It is the repress label. Blowing in the Wind, Times They're A-Changin', Mr. Tambourine Man, Like a Rolling Stone, Positively 4th Street, $10 start. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits. And a really clean copy of Steppenwolf 7, as in original company inner sleeve, original label, and it's a gatefold. Gatefold, really nice. $5 start on Steppenwolf. $5 start on Steppenwolf. That's some discounted auctions. We got Boz Scaggs, Bob Dylan, Boz Scaggs, and Steppenwolf. $10, $10, and $5 starts on those. From the beginning of the night, we have Crown Lands Fearless. Crown Lands is $49.99. Those are new and sealed. Crown Lands, $49.99. U2 Boy, $33.99 for U2 Boy. Kiss Destroyer is $36.99. Kiss Destroyer, $36.99. The Plasmatics, the Vice Squad Recordings, that's on red vinyl. The other Plasmatics titles we have is Metal Priestess, $28.99, and Beyond the Valley of 1984, $28.99, or actually that's called Beyond the Valley of 1984, yeah. And Plasmatics, New Hope for the Wretched, and those are all $28.99. We have Steppenwolf at $5. We've got Bob Dylan at $10. Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe. This is $44.99. Limited edition of 1,500 numbered copies on translucent blue vinyl. $44.99. That's the only copy I have. I'm going to keep it if no one buys it. U2 Pop, $36.99. U2 Pop, $36.99. This is, whoever's been waiting, here's the All Them Witches titles. All Them Witches. We have Sleeping Through the War, Nothing as the Ideal, self-titled, and Live on the Internet. And Live on the Internet is a 3 LP set for $36.99. There's the All Them Witches titles. David Bowie Low, $31.99. Depeche Mode, our last copy of Black Celebration, import, $39.99. U2 October, $29.99. U2 All That You Can't Leave Behind, $49.99. Taylor Swift Fearless, that's triple LP on colored vinyl, $46.99. And then many copies of U2 War. U2 War is $31.99. And then the only other thing that was from a previous crate is the Pink Floyd Live at Wembley. The Pink Floyd Live at Wembley. I'm going to put one in here just so everybody knows we have it. Pink Floyd is $39.99. Yes, Dale Sanders. Dale, could you refresh our memory? Dale had recommended this Crown Lands album, Fearless, $49.99. It's a 2 LP. Maybe Dale can remind us of a few things on there. Okay, update on our auctions. Jared has Steppenwolf, this really clean copy for $5. Near mint. That's going twice, going 3 times on Steppenwolf 7. Justin Dean has Bob Dylan for $10. Also a really clean copy. That's 10 and 5. And Boz Scaggs, I'm looking for a $10 start on that for that Japanese pressings. You can bid now. Well, now you've got to bid on these, or you can wait on the bot now on Boz. So up to y'all. So if anybody wants any more prices, let me know. We have Crown Lands, U2, Kiss, Plasmatics, Anderson, Buford, Wakeman, Howe, U2, Pink Floyd, All Them Witches, David Bowie, Depeche Mode, U2, Taylor Swift, and U2. Steppenwolf 7, Boz Scaggs 10, Steppenwolf 8. Kill Switch Engage. There's not a lot by Kill Switch Engage that's in print. There's not a lot whatsoever by Kill Switch Engage that's in print. I have them back ordered, but I don't think a lot of their catalog is available, unfortunately. A lot of their catalog is not available. So, okay, let me run through one crate of new vinyl that's over here. We'll probably take a break after this, but let me go through some new vinyl right here and see what we have. You missed my claim for Poco. No, I didn't. I got you for Poco. You missed me seeing your claim. Steppenwolf 8, Steppenwolf 10, Steppenwolf 10, Steppenwolf 9, Boz Scaggs 12, Boz Scaggs 13. Okay, so let's go through this crate one more time. Let's go through this crate one more time, or not one more time. I hadn't been through. This one's been kind of sitting off to the side. Might see something that you need. Rush, exit stage left, $49.99. Cake, Fashion Nugget. Cake is $33.99 for Fashion Nugget. Steel Panther, Balls Out. That's a 2LP music on vinyl, $44.99. Steve Vai, Gash is $29.99. David Bowie, A Divine Symmetry, $31.99. Aretha Franklin, Lady Soul. That's a clear vinyl, Atlantic 75th anniversary, $31.99. Tonic, Lemon Parade. Tonic is $38.99 for Lemon Parade. Whiplash, Ticket to Mayhem, another limited numbered music on vinyl press, $46.99. Smashing Pumpkins Live, unofficial, $19.98, $36.99. Warrant, here's the other Warrant title we have in stock. This is Dog Eat Dog. Dog Eat Dog is $44.99. Sisters of Mercy, MoFi pressing, $38.99. That one is called First and Last and Always. Slayer, South of Heaven is $36.99. Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny, $34.99. Iggy and the Stooges, Raw Power Live, $26.99. Update on our auctions very quickly. Steppenwolf is at $10 with Alan Totten. Alan Totten was in first. He's at $10 on Steppenwolf. And let me make sure no one else bid on Bob Dylan. If not, Justin Dean has Bob Dylan's greatest hits for $10. That's a final call. So 10 on Bob Dylan. Steppenwolf's at 10 with Alan Totten. And the high bid on Boz Scaggs is 15 with Steve Botsford. I'm about to sell all those pretty quick. Jedit wants Aretha Franklin. Jedit wants the Aretha Franklin Lady Soul. That's sold to Jedit. I'll take the Smashing Pumpkins unless it's unofficial. Didn't hear it. Yes, Smashing Pumpkins is an unofficial. Smashing Pumpkins is an unofficial. I don't think they do have any live officials, but I may be wrong. Overkill, pink marbled vinyl. Overkill taken over, $34.99. Helmet, unlive. That is from 1991, $36.99. Tangerine Dream, Zot. That's on orange vinyl, $39.99. Stained, it's been a while. Stained is $38.99. Last copy, the Dixie Chicks Fly. Last copy, $38.99. Metallica, In the City of Brotherly Love. That's a 2LP live unofficial from Metallica. Should be on red vinyl. I've got 2 of those left. $44.99 for live Metallica. Kevin Kubina wants Helmet. That's sold to Kevin. Steppenwolf is now at 11, but I'm going to go ahead and end these other 2. Justin Dean, I think it's a heck of a deal on the Bob Dylan for $10, and Boz Scaggs is sold to Steve Botsford. Botsford gets the Boz for $15. And final call on Steppenwolf at 11. We got a new bidder. No one has set out yet. Brent McKinney's at 11. Matt Biggs wants Cake. Fashion Nugget, that's sold to Matt Biggs. Fashion Nugget. If anybody else wants a copy, let me know. We may have a couple stray ones laying around. Matt, have you bought, or did you buy something earlier? Yeah. Okay, you're a first-time buyer, but you've already got instructions. Thank you. Fred Carnell wants the copy of Stained. It's been a while. That's sold to Fred Carnell. Pearl Jam, Vitology. They do an excellent job with the packaging. It's a textured cover, the gold inlay, 2LP remaster. This has Better Man on it. That is Pearl Jam, $41.99. Vitology. Pearl Jam Binaural is $41.99. And Wasp. This is I Want to Be Somebody, which is a picture disc, very limited edition type deal. I Want to Be Somebody and Tormentor. So that's like a picture disc single, I reckon. I'm not real for sure. $39.99. Kevin Kubina wants the Metallica in the City of Brotherly Love. That's sold to Kevin. Reba, rumor has it. This is 10 original songs, including Reba's signature hit, Fancies on here. $36.99. Gatefold pressing of that. Off is $31.99. Speaking of Helmet, can you get their album Meantime? I will take a note of that. I really don't know. I think most of their studio stuff is not available, so I will check though. White Line, When the Children Cry, demos and rarities on purple splatter vinyl or marbled vinyl, $29.99. And Tool, Lateralis. That's the 2LP sealed picture disc for Tool, Lateralis, $46.99. Steppenwolf is sold. We've got 3 people out now. Brent McKinney gets the Steppenwolf for $11. Let me read through those titles one more time. We've got Tool, White Line, Off, Reba McEntire, Wasp, Pearl Jam, Pearl Jam, Pearl Jam, Metallica, Dixie Chicks, Tangerine Dream, Overkill, Egan the Stooges, Judas Priest, Slayer, the Sisters of Mercy, Warrant, Smashing Pumpkins, Whiplash, Tonic, David Bowie, Steve Vai, Steel Panther, and Rush. I don't have anything by Outfield. Nope. I wish we still had those Play Deeps. I didn't order enough. I think we've bought and sold over 150 of those, and I didn't have enough. So, okay, let me take a break there before we get into anything new because it's 10:24. It's 10:24 here in Middle Tennessee. We'll be back at 11 o'clock Central Time. We'll go back through at least most of tonight's vintage stuff. Buy it now. I'll allow offers. We'll discount them maybe a little, especially if you buy in a lot or if you're doing some bundle deals. Number 2 is we'll go back through some bins, buy it now best offer, maybe even some half off records, and we'll definitely have auctions. I'll go get the other bin. So we wiped out an entire bin of Japanese, but there's another one I'm going to do like I did that one, where we're doing some $5, $10, $15 starts. First, we got Allison Campbell wants the Reba McEntire. The ABWH again. ABWH. Pearl Jam Vitology, Greg Stone is $41.99. Pearl Jam Vitology is $31.99. ABWH. ABWH. I have no idea what that is, or I would let you know. We have Tool, Votline, Off, Wasp, Pearl Jam, Metallica, Dixie Chicks, Judas Priest, Warrant, Anderson, Buford, Wakeman, Howe. $44.99. Thank you. I was like, what is that? $44.99. $44.99. Limited and numbered. $44.99. Pearl Jam Vitology is $41.99. Okay, so we'll be back in 30 minutes. John, let me know if you want that. Greg, let me know if you want Vitology. It is not $31.99. It's $41.99. Try to catch you tomorrow night. Thank you, Justin. Thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you tomorrow night. And Dale Sanders, I will do that right now. I'll do that right now. Okay. Thanks, everybody. See you in 30 minutes. Don't come back or you'll regret it in the morning. You'll watch the replay and you're like, holy crap, he did a half-off bin of sealed Led Zeppelin albums. OGs. And Rush. And Metallica. Okay. We'll be back tomorrow.